How's it going, all you scale model car junkies out there? Welcome to the Scale Model Car Podcast with your hosts, BG, Chuck, Luka, and Jason.
Hello and welcome to episode 32 of the Scale Model Car Podcast. This is your friendly bus driver, Mr. BG, along with your hosts, the man that won't stay behind the white line to save his life, Matt from the Luka C channel.
Woo! It's me.
That one guy that keeps missing his stop because he's asleep in the back of the bus, Chuck from Chuck's Hobby Spot.
Hey.
And the guy that always has exact change, Jason from Blue Ox Model Shop.
Hello, everybody.
Howdy, gents. Hope you all had a good holiday. I know I did.
I did too. It's a good one.
Glad to hear. Good to hear.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastical.
I know the plague had descended upon your house, Matt. Hopefully everybody's doing better now.
Oh, yeah. We're all coming out of it. Better times.
You know, that's going to be the slogan.
This is my first time being able to vocalize this year. I haven't even made any new videos because I couldn't talk like 3-4 days ago. So
Sounds a lot better now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
This is practice now.
You know, I feel that the year 2025 should have the tagline, Better Times.
It's been a rough year.
It's been a rough year. As they say in sports, this is just a restructuring year.
Yes, right.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. So we're going to jump to the round table, and let's start with Chuck.
Whoa.
All right. So what do I got happening here? Well, we all know what happened to me, and I'm still rebuilding it. I'm not rebuilding, I'm building a brand new one.
Building a brand new one, yep.
And I'm getting pretty far. So I've got paint on it, I've got clear, it's been polished. The interior's 100% done. I built the block and everything. It came out really nice. Making good progress. So
Good.
On the Dart, yeah, we're working on that too. I got paint on that. Everything's in primer. Everything's looking good.
Sweet.
So I'm just chugging along here, working on
two?
those two.
You're just doing those two.
Well,
That's
I'm kind of messing around with the El Camino I got for the Christmas build.
Mhm.
So I kind of took the vinyl top off that, and I cut the doors open for the 68 or 69 Camaro club build.
Oh,
So
crap, I forgot about that.
I kind of started messing with that. But that's all I've been doing. I've been doing a lot actually. So
I like how you say, I'm kind of messing around, but you like done half the work to the model already.
well,
Just
I mean,
messing around.
no, I mean I've done a portion. I cut the doors, the trunk out. It's and it was, yeah, I guess it was a lot of work, but
I got to see the Dart trunk cut out at the
Yeah.
Christmas meeting, and that was some stellar work, dude.
thank you. I'm getting better at it.
Glad to hear it, because it was already cool.
Yeah.
And all I can do now is ruin it. Just
Yes. I could drop it. You never know. Do not hold it by the trunk deck.
Good advice. Good
Oh.
words. That's one to grow on right there from CBS childhood days. Let's go to Matt. Matt, do you have anything to report on your channel and or bench?
Yeah, I'm super backed up because I haven't been making videos because of being sick, but I got some really, really cool items from a couple of different companies. I'm really looking forward to showing everybody. Got some cool videos coming up, some really neat stuff that new stuff. It's pretty cool. And just kind of been plucking away at the Dart for the USAC build. I'm having a good time with that. It's coming along pretty good. I think we were together one night on Discord. I spent like hours trying to find the perfect tire. I was going through I got this
Yeah.
bucket of tires, and I spent hours going through tires to find the perfect rear tires.
Yeah.
And I think I found them.
It was like watching a 6-year-old dig through a
think
box of Legos, endlessly digging for that
Yeah.
one. We've got 3 and we need one more.
Pretty much like that. Yeah. Ooh, but then I go, oh, this one, and then I can't find the other one, or had an insert and can't find the insert. So finally, I found everything and all the pieces and bits. So that's moving along pretty good for me, and I've got some projects I'm doing with like Salvino's JR model. Still working on this multimedia Lotus kit with them, and we've had to do some changes. We found some things wrong, so we had to redo some of the masters, and a few other things have changed. And it's turning into quite an interesting job. Right now we're kind of like more in the development part of it, so that's been taking some time. But I really need to get back on track, man. I got to get some. I haven't done a video yet this year, and we're like, what? This is the 10th day into the year.
Yeah.
Jeez. So I haven't done 3. I haven't done one even like a week
I've
before
done more
that.
videos than him.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Crazy.
That's saying something.
So my algorithms are going crazy on my. Actually, my channel's holding up pretty good. It doesn't seem to really be affecting it, but I better get something out real quick. And I have some really cool, and I've had a whole bunch of really cool ideas, man, for some neat videos. So I got like 10 ideas going right now, and I hope to be able to start plugging at them. So we'll be getting back on all that. That's what we've been doing.
So two things
at the
about
Luka Studios.
2 things about coming up with great ideas. 1, make sure that they're not alcohol fueled, and 2, make sure they're not fever.
Most of them are, though. There were some fever induced. I did, yeah. Wow. We're not even going to get into that.
Make sure none of them involve handcuffs.
Yeah. Well, maybe you have a different channel.
Kind of funny. It's kind of funny when I was going through that part of the illness. My fever induced dreams were all I'm editing a video, whatever, like, because I keep the TV on, so whatever was on the TV, I was editing it in my dreams, and it was driving me crazy, and I was doing crazy stuff, and all kinds of pink buses and flying lawnmowers and weird stuff. So
I'd watch that.
Yeah, maybe I should make that video.
I'd 100% watch a show about a pink school bus that hangs out with a flying lawnmower. I mean, that sounds like PBS.
That sounds like a money-making children's book right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like the children's PBS special right there, man.
That could be. Or a day at Jason's school.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh my. No students
Jason on his flying lawnmower chasing the pink bus.
Yeah, in the tractor that swims.
The swimming tractor. That's a great children's book. The little tractor that wanted to swim.
Right.
What was that little elevator thing you had in there?
Yeah.
That sounds like there's an NDA. There's an NDA on that one.
I legally I can't talk about that. So for at least another 3 years, I think.
Right.
Oh, you got 3 years. Okay.
What's the statute on one of the?
Right.
Wait till they graduate.
Yeah,
all right. And make sure they don't go get into Congress. And let's see, Jason, what have you got going on, sir?
Well, it's been a slow start, but that's okay. Just been kind of plugging away on the USAC dart. I'm taking my time, slowing myself down, trying to not make myself feel so rushed. So, just been enjoying that, really. I started painting that Firebird before Christmas, went nowhere. It's still sitting over there, just sitting there. And that's about it, really.
Can I make an observation?
You can.
Your backdrop there looks a little naked.
Oh, yeah.
It's missing some stuff. What's up with that?
So that's part of what I'm going to do this year for the upcoming year. I'm changing a few things, and one of the things is I took down every Hot Wheel that I had hanging on the walls in this room. I'm going to uncard some of them and put them in carny cases. So you guys have seen my room. Take a guess. How many carded Hot Wheels I had hanging in here?
I remember what you said. So
Oh,
can I still guess?
400, 500?
You can still guess.
407.
Yes. It was around 400.
I guess 400. I didn't even
I
know.
believe
Yeah, but I
that.
guess
It was-
407, so I'm still in the showcase.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
believe
even
that.
dream that it was possible, but it sure is. I've got 2 Sterilite tubs, one with the carny cases I bought will hold 198 combined Hot Wheels. So I've got 201 case that I want to open up and put in the cases, and I've got a little over 200 in this tub that's sitting right next to me that you can't see that I don't know what I'm going to do with them.
Rotate them out.
I could rotate them out. But honestly, I think they're going to go in the basement for when my grandson Michael is old enough to start wanting Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've got an attic full of Hot Wheels, just like
Yeah.
old Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Still in the wrapper or the
The cards?
card stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blister pack.
Thousands of them.
Dang.
Old
Mhm.
ones.
You sir sound like a collector.
I used
Yeah.
to be.
I just have these guys here.
More
Right.
of a gatherer.
I got really awesome Porsche from my friend Colonel Rab and a couple others, and an awesome Chevy police car. And then this one is a vintage Matchbox that was given to me by the autistic modeler,
Oh, nice.
Cool.
and that's still carded, so that's kind of nice.
Can I see that again?
Yeah,
Can I see that
Got the-
again?
it's got the really cool
card.
flower on the hood.
What is that, a Doom buggy?
Oh man, I
Yeah.
totally remember those cards when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So it's a Myers Manx with a rockin' V8 on the back.
That's why it's super fast.
It is super fast. 62 cents from
Is there a date
Kmart.
on that?
Do you
Let's see
remember
here.
Is there
back
a
in the
date?
day?
Anything on that?
Back in the day, ding ding.
Back in the
let's see.
day.
Back in the day.
Oh, ding ding.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
1971. It's
Oh,
older
that's cool.
than me.
Yeah.
And
But
Chuck.
not older than me.
You know, not me either. I remember getting those, and the thing is like that just brought back a real childhood memory seeing that card.
Yeah.
Because I was always infatuated. I wanted that red satellite on the cover so bad.
Yeah.
I thought that was the coolest looking car right there. And when I'd look at that, because it's like turning and it looks like it's all in motion, I'd look at it and I'd go, "Arr!" like the sound of a screeching
Heck yeah.
tires, you know.
So question, Brian,
And I
can you
just- I
flip that
wanted
package
that.
around and see if that red satellite was available on the list?
Ooh, let's see here. Let's see.
I don't think it was.
Lotus Europa.
It'd be like a 71 satellite or
Okay,
Roadrunner.
I'm curious about the Harry Hustler. That sounds awesome.
Eh,
A Javelin?
I knew that guy in high school, Harry Hustler.
yeah.
Not great.
That was your street name.
Yeah.
2025 is going to be
Very
the guy in
horrible.
high school.
Yeah, I knew that guy in high school.
Let's see. Case Bulldozer, the Londoner. I think that's a bus. The Road Dragster. That narrows it down. Lamborghini
Remember Matchbox?
Marzel.
That's a company from the UK.
Oh yeah, this one actually still is from. This is from Lesney in England. Back because I actually have a magazine about the history of Matchbox, and it's fascinating. If you want to borrow it, I'll be happy to lend it to you. Okay, the Big Banger. That's awesome.
Jeez.
That was my name in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, that was Chuck's
That was
street name.
my,
Big Banger.
my street name.
Let's see. Dragon Wheels. Ford Grand Prix. Container truck.
You know how many
Pie-
treasure hunts I have?
Pie-eyed Piper.
That was my street name.
Oh, here's
Pie-eyed
one.
Piper.
Here's what.
Pie-eyed Piper.
Yeah.
Here's one that didn't age well. Number 49, Chop Suey. Ooh, gonna get
Yeesh.
sued.
A tune comes right to mind
Imagine
when
what
you
that
say
one
that.
was.
There's a Dodge Charger Mark III.
Yeah,
That's
no.
a satellite, though, isn't it? It's not a Charger.
That's-
Yeah, it's a
that looks
satellite.
like a satellite or a GTX.
That
Yeah.
right there, yeah,
You know what?
that was the picture right there. That made me fall in love with the 71 and 72 satellite.
You know what's
Roadrunners,
sad?
man.
Is you yearned for that Matchbox your entire childhood, and it wasn't even a real one. You couldn't even get it.
Number 70.
No, it was on the card.
Number 70, Dodge Dragster. I'll bet that's the
Yeah,
Dodge
that
Dragster.
wasn't
That's
it.
a little vague.
Now here's a little something I bet you guys don't know. There's only 75 cars on the card here, right? They
Yeah.
only made 75 cars. So
Okay.
I should say they only had 75 cars available at any one time. So if they brought out a new car, they dropped one out of production.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, fascinating stuff. Okay,
Well, that's
digressing.
not nice.
Well, that was a neat operate.
So one last thing I'm gonna make a point on that with those Matchbox, as a little kid who was, lusting for that 71 Roadrunner satellite, is they were doing false advertising.
Yeah.
And now in my late 50s, and you back to me, I have issues now.
Yeah. You should sue
Thanks,
Matchbox.
BG.
Yep, you're welcome. I'm glad to bring up that
I think
tragedy.
I'm going to.
Tune in next week when we talk about
Yes.
the potty training experiences he was having.
Oh, God.
That's why he never got potty trained.
Well,
'cause
this went in a
Yeah.
whole different
his
direction.
parents kept telling you know that red car in the Matchbox thing. I'm gonna get it for you if you do a good job.
You make boom boom in a potty, I'll get you the red charger.
Listen, you guys are making a joke, but that's how we legitimately potty trained Ryan. He could pick from Hot Wheels that we kept on the back of the potty. If he did a good job,
Really?
he could pick a Hot Wheels out. Yeah.
Oh
Maybe
my
make
gosh.
boom boom, we get Hot Wheel.
Yep.
So when people come over, like, wow, you have a hell of a wait a second, Jason. Is that why you have a big Hot Wheel
No.
collection? I mean,
No.
I'm drawing the conclusions here.
Right. No, you're drawing the wrong conclusions.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So
There was a lot
as you get older, and like you have problems, they take Hot Wheels away
Yeah.
from you.
I was gonna say, Heather's like, okay, honey, if you can actually hit the toilet this time, you get to pick a Hot Wheels.
Yeah, you get to have this one back. I'm hoping that by the time I need the Depends, that they come in Matchbox, print or something like that. Because our generation is pretty cool when it comes to taking stuff and making it into.
I'm hoping for
marketable
G.I.
thing.
Joe Depends.
No, I'd rather use Cobra Depends because I don't want to be doing it to the Joes. They're my heroes.
This is true.
So there we go. All right.
All right.
Well,
Fine. I'm more of a Cobra guy myself.
I really hope this really makes it
you
to
are.
the outtake reel.
That was me.
Oh, I think I just Cobra'd on my Joes.
Oh gosh.
This year is
Starting the
awesome.
new year off right.
I've got this year. I got good feelings about this year.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
hoping. It needs
So
to
what-
turn around, that's for sure.
Oh, good.
Right.
I'm glad you do.
And as a side note, if you are a listener or a friend of the podcast and are in Southern California, you should know that our thoughts and prayers are with you all right now. And we hope that you are safe, sound, and healthy through all what's going on down there, because that's
Yes.
hell. That
It
is
is.
definitely hell. Okay, Jason, were we done
Yeah.
with your?
Yeah, there's just some cool stuff coming up with my channel that I will talk about later on in the podcast.
Okay, looking forward to that.
Oh,
Remind me
okay.
if I don't get to it. And then you guys are asking silently, hey, BG, what have you got going on? Well, I'll tell you. We just got back from NNL West. That was the Saturday before. We flew down there, did the show, saw some folks, saw some family, flew back. Through the firestorms, as a matter of fact. Didn't know that was going on when we were flying through there. So I was like, oh, wow, this is a really bumpy ride. I wonder what's going on down there. Well, everything was on fire. So that was interesting. But before we left town, and I wanted to get this done before the end of the year, and I had to wait 24 hours. So I was a day late because of the stupid decal issue I had, but I finished the Curtis Midget Racer. Done.
Nice.
Ta-da!
And I was panicking because I couldn't remember what the end date was for this. I thought it was, because this is for you and Mike's.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, dude, that looks cool.
Cool.
And I
Looking
did bare metal.
sweet.
I figured out I should put it with the hood kind of slanted, with a
Yeah.
little rod there holding that up. And these, the wheels that Matt cast for me are up there on the front on the tongue, and they are the perfect weight to counterbalance the whole kit, so you don't have to have a little sprue sticking out of the back.
Dude, that is cool.
I'll have to send you guys some pictures of this.
Yeah.
I still have to do a final for it on my channel. I also finished a tank for my brother,
Nice.
and that's not this kind of podcast, so we won't talk about that. But I had a lot of fun doing the tank, and now I'm like digging through the stash looking for more. Matter of fact, there's a guy. I'm gonna mess up his name. I can't even get his channel name right in my head. But he's a super nice guy. He's part of the Armor World, and he also watches a lot of us car guys too.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. Sorry, but he's hosting a reconnaissance vehicle group build, and I have an M8 Greyhound. I'm going to enter it into that. It's a wheeled vehicle, so it's going to be kind of cool.
Oh, that's neat.
But the thing about the reconnaissance group build is open to sci-fi also. So you
Yeah.
could do
Oh,
like
wow.
speeder bike or something like that from Star Wars. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, choices.
Oh,
So I'm
cool.
kind of excited about that. But in the meantime, we're just happy to get back to the bench after all the travel and stuff. Looks like we're not going to be traveling for quite a while now due to circumstances outside of our control. But Mrs. BG is she's rallying, so we're going to be okay. But and my surgery thing, I'm finally getting done with all that crap.
That's good.
But yeah, it's feeling really good now. But I'm especially after being at the NNL West, I'm itching to get back to the bench and build some stuff.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's
Stuff.
And we did post 3 20-minute videos covering the tables of the NNL West show. Mrs. BG worked her magic
Very
on the
cool.
recording.
I actually watched the first one before we started recording this.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
I'm curious. This brings up a question. What's with the music?
Okay, so
That's different for you.
I'm glad you said that. They play music at that particular show, and they've always done it. It's a choice on their part. It's all copyrighted music. So
Yeah.
if we're recording, we can't have that on there, or else YouTube kicks us into ding ding. So
Yeah.
I went through and I learned how to do a little bit more fancier editing
Mhm.
and strip out the audio channel and then use license-free music from YouTube. So
Gotcha.
there's going to be stuff in there that not everybody's going to like music-wise. I liked it. I put it in there. But here's the thing. Maybe it might not suit the mood for what's going on, but it was a 3 minutes and 30-second long song, and that's what I needed to fill the time slot
There
with.
you go. It's
So
okay.
it got the job.
That's okay. Well, when there's videos that pop up like that, what I do is I put the video on mute and then I play Five Finger Death Punch.
There you go.
So winning.
Winning.
Is that-
Yeah. It was just weird because I'm like, wow, this is not how Brian usually does a video.
Yeah.
Usually we listen to Linda talk about the models that are on the table, and it's we kind of, because when you do covering a
And
show, if you leave the
conversations.
background sound in, to
Uh-huh.
me, it makes me feel like I'm at that show.
Yes. And
So-
Linda does a great
Yep.
job
Yeah.
interacting with folks around the table. And I mean, when we were at NNL East, I think it was Jeff and one other fellow, they were stopping traffic on the hallway and the aisles so that Linda could film
Yeah.
and do her pass. And it was like, stop, Mrs. BG's filming. Wait, don't pass. Don't, like when
Yeah.
you're at Home Depot and they're walking by with the, was it going by with the
flags.
forklift? Yeah. I should do that. I should bring recording and session flags and just be like,
Right.
walking back and forth. But she was suffering from a headache that day. She was troopering through it all and did a great job. And she knew we weren't going to do a lot of the audio, so she just filmed. She didn't really make a lot of comments,
Yeah.
And afterwards, I'm like, you know what? We should have just taken photographs. Just photographed 1 or 2 photographs of everything, and then just done a video collage montage type of thing.
Yeah.
So, things to think about next time. But she was a little
Yeah.
disappointed. A little
Well,
disappointed that I was going to have to get stripped away.
Well, you can tell Linda that she still did an amazing job actually videoing all the models. It just, we missed hearing her voice. So,
Oh, okay. I will pass it on to her. But sadly, we won't have that problem again because NNL West won't be around. So,
no,
I mean,
you didn't hear any
yeah.
rumblings while you were there of anybody possibly stepping up?
a lot of people were like, you never know. And it's like, what do you know? And they're like, can't say anything right now, kind of a thing. So,
Well,
fingers crossed somebody steps up and takes over.
that would be cool. But I learned a lot of stuff from watching Matt's video about the interviewing the 2 gentlemen that ran it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
What do
It's
you
not
know?
an easy task. It's not an easy task.
No, it's not. So just to drop a quick couple of facts, they had over 1,300 models on the table.
That's a big show.
That was their biggest show ever, I believe.
Yeah.
And they had over 500 entrants, persons come through the door with entries.
Okay, let's compare that to Acme. How many cars were at Acme?
I believe Acme was in the high 900s.
So it was bigger than Acme.
It was bigger than Acme.
Wow.
But the vendors weren't really there. I think it was because it was a weird time of year.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And they just had a hard time getting there because everybody was coming off the hall. I mean, a lot of the family we wanted to visit in the Bay Area weren't even in town because they were still on vacation trips and stuff.
I mean, you can say that you can use Acme as a comparison, but if you're going to compare shows, NNL East is bigger than Acme.
Well, I mean, Acme is one that I hear about all the time, so that's what I wanted to compare it to.
Yeah, well, that's because the quality of the builds that, in my opinion, that show up at Acme are the best in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Okay, what about NNL East? How many cars are there?
They're in the 1,300 to 1,400 range.
So it got as big as NNL East.
Yeah.
That's big. That's good.
It is. Yeah.
It's just too bad it had to be the last one though.
Yeah.
Like GSL's last GSL was probably one of the biggest ones they've had in a while, but it was also the last one.
Yeah.
So, who was it? I think it was my friend George Ramos was saying from Vision 124, saying that he was collecting all the finals because he went to NNL West, he went to GSL. He's like, I'm collecting all the last of the shows type of thing.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, you don't necessarily have to have somebody, air quotes, take over NNL West.
No,
you have other shows in the area.
Right.
Now it's their chance to step up. Right.
Right. Because there is a car club in the area that Billy Strange and Ted are part of.
Yeah.
And can't think of the name of the club right now. But there's also IPMS Silver Wings. I mean, that's up in Santa Rosa, and they're actually starting to grow.
Right.
Which is cool because that's the backside of the hills from where my uncle lives in Petaluma, and we always go up there to see him. So if we want to go to a show in California, it's like in October or something like that, and we would go to the Santa Rosa show, chill out there, and then go see family. So that works out double good for us.
Cool. That's good.
But yeah, there are a lot of clubs in the area that could end up growing, and I don't say, like you're right, Jason. Shouldn't say take over NNL West, but create their own, and then because there will be a hole for it, open for it. So
exactly.
So there you go.
Cool.
And I guess that does it for me on the roundtable portion of the program. We're going to introduce a new segment right now, and it's going to be the stash sale, where we get to share a little bit of what we got recently.
Right meow?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh, all right. I thought you... Okay.
Right now.
Like a little kid.
Okay, let's start with... Well, Jason's very excited. Let's go with him first.
Okay.
I don't think he could wait.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
He's doing the stash dance.
Right? Stash / I got a pee dance. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, don't mess up your Joes.
No, I won't. So I guess I'll start with my one and only Christmas present. came from Heather this year, and it was the Tamiya Castrol Tom's Supra. I'm showing it for you guys that are listening.
Oh,
to
that's
it.
a cool kit.
That
This
livery is stunning, dude.
I love this car. I really do. So super excited about that. Like I said, one and only Christmas gift. I specifically requested all the kids and everything. Don't get me model stuff. I'm at the point now where I buy whatever I want for model stuff, and I don't need to get that kind of stuff for gifts anymore. So, but Heather doesn't listen. Well, what are you gonna do?
That's because she loves you.
She loves me. Next, I know a couple of people are excited for this. Just hit myself in the head with it.
Yeah, knock yourself out, buddy.
The Tamiya Porsche 911 GT3 RS. This kit I am super excited about. I actually just today ordered the replacement wheels and carpet set from Zoom On for this kit.
Sweet.
So
You gotta send me that link.
I will as soon as
quick
actually
question.
as soon as I'm done showing it, I'll send it to you. Answer.
Quick question. Why did you want to order new wheels for it?
So I don't remember who or where I saw somebody state that the wheels are just a little bit too small that come with this
Okay.
kit. So now here's my I ordered the Zoom On wheels, but it says to use the kit tires. So here's my thing. If the wheels and tires are a bit too small that come in the kit, how am I going to use the tires on the new wheels? This I'm wondering about, but we'll cross that bridge when I actually get them.
When they show up.
When they show up. Yeah.
Maybe you need to stretch the tire just a little bit. I mean,
Maybe.
usually Tamiya tires can be a little stretchy, so
Maybe. Well, I'll definitely let you guys know how that goes once I get them and I figure it out. So
please
that's
do.
that one. Next, I wasn't going to buy this kit, and then I was reading Fine Scale Modeler. There was an article on that on their website. A gentleman did a review on this kit, and he said that, in his opinion, this was kit of the year for 2024. So I had to buy it. That would be the Nissan Fairlady 240Z Street Custom. And Go ahead.
I would fully agree with that statement, dude.
Yeah. Somebody on my YouTube video that I showed this on said, do I sense a Japanese Street Machine group build this year? No. I'm not going to host a Japanese Street Machine group build, but I might build this for my Street Machine group build.
There you go.
So that's pretty cool. I also ordered a carpet set from Zoom On for this. It's not for this specific kit. It's for the other 240, the Japanese market stock version. You guys probably...
the ZG.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But I believe it's the same tub, so it should fit. So that's cool for that.
What color did you order?
I'm not going to say. It's going to be a surprise.
He doesn't remember.
No, it's blue.
I was going to say, Jason just realized I can order different colors.
No, it's blue. I ordered the blue carpet set for that.
Perfect.
And I ordered the red carpet set for the Porsche. So,
nice.
And last, for my stash shelf, so there's a little tiny bit of a story that goes with this kit. One of my very good friends, his wife is from the Czech Republic, and they go back every couple of years to see her family. And over this past Christmas holiday, they had gone over there, and he came back. I also work with this gentleman, and he says, I brought you something. And he hands me a bag, and this kit is in it.
Lancia Stratos.
Oh, so nice.
So, yes, Lancia Stratos, 1981 race rally. He bought this kit in Czech and brought it back to the States for me as a gift. I mean, it's a cool kit.
That is cool.
It's a really cool kit, and I was kind of speechless. I mean, we're really good friends, but I don't exactly go out and buy him gifts. You know what I mean? It's like, he handed me that, and he's like, dude, I saw a model shop, and I went, really? A model shop here in Czech? And he went in and he said, it was easy for him because he's like, I guarantee Jason's got none of these models. I guess this model shop over there didn't have any Revell or AMT. It was all this kind of stuff. So, and I was like, well, don't be so sure because I do have close to 400 unbuilt models, but you're right. I don't have that one. So thank you very much.
And that's a good one.
You have almost 400 unbuilt models and 400 plus Hot Wheels. You're almost equal with the Hot Wheels, dude.
Uh-oh, here we go again.
Start racing Hot Wheels.
Did you say start raising Hot Wheels? What?
Yeah, you should start planting those and sharecropping Hot Wheels or whatever. I don't know. Words are just words today.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
There's no meanings to anything.
Yes, words are words. But that's it for my stash shelf or stash ads. I don't know. This is a new segment. Well, how do we?
I picked the two hardest words to put together and say stash shelf.
You did. My brain wants to say stash ads, but it's not. It's stash shelf. This is my stash shelf.
Sister Sally at the seashore with the stash shelf.
Jeez.
Chuck, how about you, buddy?
Surely shall.
Well, I got a couple. I kind of slowed down. I was buying kits like mad for a while. So, I mean, I was buying a lot of them. But I did buy the same one Jason bought.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I got to get one now, too.
And this is an awesome kit. So I bought that one. And then I just had that kit here. What do I do with it? There it is. I bought that.
Ooh, nice. Lamborghini
Aventador.
Yep.
Does that say 50th anniversary?
Yeah. Yes,
wow.
It is. So I bought this kit. Ought to be a fun build. Who knows when I'll build it? I want to build it soon. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll build it the same time Jason builds his.
Oh, there you go. That'd be cool.
So I'm seeing that metallic, heavy flake metallic purple with tubbed out in the back, Pro Street style.
I actually ordered the color for it. Oh, I know what you're getting. I have Pro Street everything.
Yeah.
But I got that green for it.
Nice.
That's the color.
Oh, tropical glitz?
No. This is the factory green that they were.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Yeah, that's a good color.
The light green.
That's awesome. See, if I was doing a Lamborghini, I'd probably just put a flathead Ford in it because that's like my thing right now. I had Arden heads on it, but it's okay.
It'll have drawers with guns in it.
Right?
Yeah.
The juggler heads.
Yeah.
Juggler heads.
Juggler heads. Please don't Google that with your safeties off on your Google Drive.
But so I've been buying also like paints and stuff like that. I mean, I made a pretty decent purchase with scale finishes and I've been to Andy's and bought, I don't know, probably bought his paint section out.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's going to help him out for when he moves. He doesn't have to move that now.
But,
it's like, thank God Chuck came here. It saves me $1, you know.
I think I pay his mortgage.
Oh, dude, I swear. I've been in the store when you walk in. He pulls out his cell phone. He goes, hello, Porsche dealership. I'll take one in metallic brown, please. I'll be by to pick it up in a little bit.
Yeah, I think I might have bought his last vehicle.
Yeah. So why did you slow down on your model buying?
I filled all my closets up, man. I mean, it's like it's to the point to where it's like I got to start thinking, like more about accessories. You know what I mean? But of course, there's going to be the kit that I can't go without.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like the Porsche GT3.
Always.
Yeah, like the Porsche GT3. So there's always going to be that kit that you buy, and everybody knows it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Chuck. Same thing. I'm out of room, so I got a stack of kits here, but I don't know where those are going.
Yeah.
So,
can you guys send me the measurements of the box for the Tamiya Porsche GT3 because I might have a slot in the shelf that might fit into. If it does, make sure it's.
Yeah, I got to be careful. The wife watches this.
I know she mentioned that at the Christmas party. I'm like, yeah, because you're supposed to. She goes, no, I actually enjoy it. I'm like, thank you, and like and subscribe. So
She listens to all of them.
it's right on. Linda does too, which is kind of funny because she comes back with notes.
That's
really,
yeah.
Yeah. I can't get Heather to listen to this to save my life.
Really?
Yep, I don't know. She just doesn't. She's got too many D&D things going on. It's like, did you listen to our podcast? She's like,
but that's a cool hobby, though. I mean, because she paints too, and that's cool.
She paints too, and she just started this. So we went up to see her brother, just after Christmas, and he's also a D&D nerd. He hosts his own campaign. He has like shelves like this black one behind me, filled with armies of figures that he's painted and this and that. And he turned her on to this new thing. So
that's cool.
That is cool. So she bought something on some online thing. She's building her own world.
Wow.
This thing is like helping her map out continents and oceans, and each is going to have its own like race of people. And she's telling me this, and I'm like, when are you going to have time to make dinner? Like, well, you're building a world for real. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, yeah. Within the next couple of years, she wants to get completely away from D&D, Wizards of the Coast type campaigns and completely homebrew her own campaign and world.
That would be amazing. So after a comment like, when are you gonna have time to make dinner? Does she create a country called Jasanistan, and that's one that keeps getting invaded?
Yeah, right. Yeah, she created a country called. Yeah, I'm not going to say. This is a family-friendly show.
Okay.
I like painting the Warhammer stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Warhammer stuff is awesome. I mean, if there's a second genre of videos I like to watch on YouTube other than the model car thing, it's figure painting, and Warhammer stuff is always fascinating.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
But what's really cool is a lot of those painting techniques can be carried over into the model car world.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to get better looking textures and stuff on your interiors, figure painting.
You know what's cool is I watch a lot of those videos about how they paint and make like stuff look like lasers are glowing. And
gosh, that's really cool.
Awesome stuff.
Could you imagine doing a car with a turbo and painting the turbo to make it look like it's glowing, like you just shut it down?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh, totally. I have been watching those videos a lot lately. Those illuminator paint. It bends my mind.
Yeah.
I still can't wrap my skull around it.
Right.
It's amazing.
Matt was so impressed he got sick.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. So when I had to paint the figures in my tank for when we did the turkey shoot, I went into Heather and I said, hey, so A, I need to borrow a couple of paint colors. B, teach me how to paint a face real quick. She was like, what?
Oh, you weren't going to use a Blue Ox detail cannon? Boom. Now you're painting.
Boom, glitter. No, so yeah, I mean dude, you walk into her room and she's got like paints and figures. It's like walking in here only with D&D stuff.
So the next time we're over,
and the thing that's cool about that is that all spawned from you starting your channel and bringing her on and trying to get her to build a model with you.
Yep.
I think that's so cool.
Yep.
She came up with her own hobby to get involved with, and look at how far she's into it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that Linda got into knitting because we built some model cars together?
Really?
Yeah, because she got done building a model car and she was like, I think I'd rather knit, and went and learned how to do that.
Well, that's not far off from what Heather did.
Yeah.
That's what it was with my ex-wife. We were building, I mean, she was always involved in the car hobby and helped me with different events I put on and whatever, with my resin casting and stuff. And she would build cars, and she won a couple awards, but it spawned off to her getting into art real serious, where she still now has an art room, an easel. She's always painting things. And
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of neat how when spouses get involved in the hobby, and sometimes they do what we do, or it launches them into a different interest, and then they it becomes super important to them, and then they gotta have
My wife
have
builds
their own
models.
room.
Well, I mean, that's what I was
Yeah.
striving for, Chuck. So I am a little envious of you. But,
I mean, one out of 4 ain't bad, right?
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Matt, do you have anything you'd like to share for the Stashistas? Stashista. Ooh, Stashista.
Oh, go
segment?
make it more
Is it me?
difficult to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I have been a little laid back on the purchasing lately for multiple reasons. Mainly, if you only, it's just, I even tried to sell some and it just didn't really even pinch it. But over the holidays, I had a couple people send me some gifts, and which were models I super appreciated, something that I wanted. It's like our buddy Craig over the modeler, and he does the 48-hour build. He wanted to send me something, did it through BG covertly. BG's hinting, what's a kit you would like to have? And I had been wanting this, but I really would have preferred it to be printed correctly.
Rubber down.
Is that the Australian?
You failed. Got me an upside down box. So
Rubber down.
anyways, I was really wanting this kit. I was really wanting this kit, and so it showed up in the mail. BG and I talked about it, and then it just kind of went out of my mind. It was Craig, and he was like just thanking me for
being
all the
you
help and bringing.
I was just looking at that kit today.
48-hour. What's that?
I was on
that?
your Facebook page today, and somebody had that kit in bare plastic, and I was looking at it today. I was like, oh, that'd be awesome to build that kit. And you just popped it up on here.
Great Pro Street.
Oh yeah,
it's great Pro Street. That's what it's going to get the 67, the AMT 67 Pro Street Chevelle under it.
Nice,
definitely for sure. Buddy of the podcast and pals of ours, and he's been a longtime supporter of my channel. One of my producers, one of my longtime producers, Robert Judson, or I always, for some reason in my head, I always think that it's a soft J in my head and call him Yutson. No, Robert, he knew I was wanting this kit, and this is something different. And it's printed right side up. He got me
nice.
I was so stoked about this. He said, I knew you wanted this. I wanted to get this for you. The Ryfield M wrap. And I am just, I don't know if it's going to be this year, because I want to put some time into this, because I want to build this baby. I've wanted to for a long time. This is such an amazing, and it's full detail, even though this is the 48 scale.
Okay.
But it's got a complete engine and everything. And it's, man, these things are, this is an aggressive looking vehicle.
Hold it still. I want to see
it. Okay. There, we can get the reflections off of it.
I can see myself in it. So shiny.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
that is cool.
It is such a
holding it around. Cool like, what?
So, yep, those are my two adds to the stash shelf that I got.
Nice.
Sweet.
Right now.
Yeah.
And that was cool. It came from two good friends, and that's always neat.
That is neat. That's really cool.
Let's see. For me, I after continuous conversations with Jason, Matt, and Billy Strange, finally broke down and ordered a can of premium top coat from Mr. Hobey. So I finally got that in. That's my paint stash ad right there.
You'll like it.
And got this. Yeah, it's a Gundam, but I got this from Mrs. BG for Christmas.
Sweet.
I like
that is
really
cool.
Oh,
dude.
nice. Oh, Zaku.
This is from the Netflix series, which is the Requiem for Vengeance. Matt and I were just talking about that today.
Netflix series.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I didn't know that there was a Netflix series.
Oh, you need to check that
Oh.
out, guys.
gotta
Wait a
watch it.
There's a
Oh, yeah.
Netflix
It is
series?
cool.
Yeah, it's an 8-episode arc, I think it is. But these guys get their asses handed to them, but
Okay.
then
Well,
they
now I gotta-
they
now
figure
I
out a way
gotta
to
buy
get around it.
Netflix.
Okay, no spoilers.
No
No
spoilers.
No spoilers, but the Joker kills the Batman. Let's see, this guy, the box art sucked me in like a GTO being drawn to the center of the earth off the top of a shelf. This this guy here from
Yeah,
Alanis.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, nice.
I'm like, dude, I've never seen this kit before. So
what scale is that?
it's actually 1/25th.
Is it?
Are you
this is
kidding
for-
me? I have never known about that yet.
I thought it was a 1/32nd scale kit, but it's actually a 1/25th scale. I tell you
God,
what,
look, that's
Well, it's-
nice, dude.
let me take a look inside. What
Let me
color? What color is it molded in?
red.
It is. Dang it. Chuck.
Um,
You and your X-ray eyes. What color underwear I have?
pink.
None.
Wait, what?
Dude, this guy's got X-ray eyes. I tell you what, man.
Hey, is that a full body, or because in the day
No.
they made them in halves?
No, this one you actually have to build the body.
Yeah,
Mm.
like the Heller kit.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the old Heller kit, right?
You know
Yeah,
what?
I
think
believe you're right. Actually,
because the Atlantis stamp that's
I
on
do
here
have that
is
kit,
the Atlantis stamp. Oh, you do?
the
Can
Heller version.
you bring the Heller to the meeting tomorrow?
I might not be able to go to the meeting
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm working tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry to hear that. But
Yeah.
so this has plastic tires. I mean, this is an old kit. So
Yeah, it's an
but-
old.
it's awesome. I'm sorry, this is all on the microphone. It's awesome that Atlantis is still popping these out. So it's kind of fun.
That's
'Cause,
the
I mean-
old Heller kit. I'm almost positive.
Right on. Let's see. And then
I think you are
Um,
correct there, Chuckles.
I picked
I
this
think
up
so.
because I've decided with the old Tom appreciation build, I'm starting over from scratch rather than scratching something up. So I've got another one of these guys.
I love that kit.
This is an
Yeah.
awesome kit.
Yeah.
And for 15
Good
bucks,
kit.
the box is a little roachy, but
You
everything
don't
seems
build
like
the
it's
box.
decided.
Exactly.
Say what it is. Say what
It
it is
is.
for the listeners at home.
This is the 1932 Ford Highboy Street Rod by Revell.
From Revell.
And
Revell
what scale is
monogram.
this? 1/25th scale. And I mean, our buddy Mr. Joel has all sorts of goodies that can be grafted
Yeah.
onto these things.
Exactly.
And last but not least, Mrs. BG did some shopping at the show because we're walking in and she's like, "Give me some money." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I gave her some cash and she disappeared and she came back with this guy,
Oh,
That's a good kit.
Oh,
This is a-
Oh
That's
man.
the Tamiya Toyota 86. That's got the orange box art. I freaking love that color on that thing.
Mark Hubbard built that kit, and he did a really good job.
Oh, he did. Okay, I'll have to reach
Yeah.
out to him.
yeah, he did a nice job on it.
I'm almost
Um,
positive that's the kit.
That's not all because when we were at the show hanging out with Mr. Scale Effect himself, and he gifted me a little baggie of 3D printed wheels, fender extensions, and race seat that would go perfect with that race car. And he said the tires should fit right over those wheels, no problem. And what's cool is there's a couple of there's actually 3D printed coffee mugs, like Starbucks coffee mugs for the center console. So if you have a model kit with a
Oh,
little
good.
center console hole and you can't figure out what to put in here, Mr. Scale Effect, he's got you. He got your back there. And then he also has a couple different like drifter style shifters in this little
Nice.
set here. So he prints these out and hands them out to at shows to other YouTubers that he likes and appreciates.
That's pretty cool.
So that was
That is
awesome.
cool. That's really cool.
So that's going to wind me up for now. But yeah, it's an awesome kit. And I think we only came back with 3 kits from the show. That was it.
Nice. Nice. Not
Yeah,
bad.
I was really behaving myself.
That's real self-control right there.
Real self-control.
It is.
I-
I
Yeah,
remember.
really.
I remember when I went to the Utah show, that GSL,
Uh-huh.
and I filled the minivan up. Don't you guys remember that? Like,
Yeah. And then we're like,
Oh yeah.
where's Marty going to ride?
I was actually. I think I gave Mark Hubbard some kits to put in his truck because I couldn't fit everything.
Oh yeah.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more styrene.
Oh yeah. That was like the first year I went to NNL East. The year I met you, Brian, there.
Oh,
It was me and
wait, that
Tim
was your first
Ryan.
time? That was your first
Yeah,
time?
That was my first time. It was me, Tim Ryan, and another club member, friend of ours, Paul. We rode down together and we took Heather's Toyota Corolla. So imagine 3 styrene addicts buying kits at NNL East.
Wow.
Dude, we were like, shit, Paul, you're going to have to hold on to these kits on your way home because the trunk was full. The freaking the seat beside him was full. The floors in the back seat were full.
I know how
we
it
had
feels.
kits in the back window. It was crazy. Like,
looked
okay.
It looks like the bookmobile of model kits, like for the library.
I win more kits at the raffle now that I buy.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget my first trip to the Pomona show, and I had one raffle ticket because they give you that at the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
One raffle ticket, and Chuck's over there like making belts and braiding. He's got raffle tickets. He can like braid like Willie Nelson's hair or whatever, right? And he's just got streamers of these things. And the first number they called was my ticket. So I walked up to and there's one of those deals where you just pull off the stack. Yeah. So I picked the new Tamiya 240ZG kit that was brand new at the time, and I picked that off the stash. And I could hear Chuck from the back room go, "Damn it!"
I did. I remember that. but you know how many scale finishes I think at the time it was a $50 ticket.
Yeah.
And I had a stack full of those. I had paint forever, man. And then the Slicks decals, was that the year all the Slicks decals were there?
I don't recall. Maybe.
I think I won all of those.
That was awesome. Yeah. Well, you had to have, with the amount of tickets he'd bought, he had to have been winning, like, seriously, but I was like, dude, that was like the first time I ever won a raffle, and it was the raffle I needed to win.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now it's Mike from the Casa Grande, the guy from
Casa Grande. Mike. Do you know he was actually out there in NL West?
Yeah, because he was probably out there with what's his name?
With Dr. Jeff.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they were out there.
Yeah, because I seen his orange 32 there.
Yep. They drove through the night, 13 hours to get there to the show. Wow. And boy, were they looking tired.
But that's what Mike does for a living, so he probably had that handled.
Right. Let's see. I think that wraps up the stash shelf portion of the show. Let's move on to Northeast Model Car Report.
Northeast Model Car Report. All right. So we'll start with upcoming shows this time around. Coming up really close, January 18th, the SCMA, South Carolina Modelers Association, Hope It Don't Snow show. Boy, if that was this weekend, that would have been perfect for them.
Yep, snowmobiles only.
Yeah.
Snowmobiles only. I believe Mr. Fred Henry got 5 inches of snow at his house this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
Crazy times.
Middle of Georgia, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. It's insane down there right now. So, anyway, that's the Hope It Don't Snow show held at the 4 Points by Sheridan in Spartansburg, South Carolina. Their theme is any vehicle with a number in its name. Ferrari F40.
Perfect.
Porsche 911.
Perfect.
You see where I'm going with that?
Yep. Peugeot 206.
Ooh, good one. Then, February 1st, Model Zona 2024.5, hosted by the Craig Hewitt chapter, IPMS of Phoenix. They have a new location this year, so if you've been going to that show in the past, you might want to listen to the next bit of info. You're going to have to help me out with this.
Okay.
You Phoenix guys. The El Zariba
Zariba.
Zariba. Okay.
Yep.
All right. That sounds exactly like I thought it was, and that's why I figured I was going to screw it up. So it's at the El Zariba Shrine Auditorium, 552 North 40th Street in Phoenix, Arizona.
You did well. You did well.
Glad. Next, also on February 1st.
Nice job.
If you guys can make 2 shows in one day, that'd be pretty cool, but I don't know. They're pretty far apart. February 1st, 4M Mayhem, hosted by the Mid-Michigan Model Makers. That one's held at the Saginaw Valley State University, 7400 Bay Road, University Center, Michigan. Their theme is Fabulous 40s. Anything from 1940 to anything with 40 in its name.
Ooh, like an F40?
Yeah. Yeah, like a 1940 Ford Coupe to a Ferrari F40. See what I did there? Okay, then next on the list, March 23rd, Model Cars and Coffee, hosted by Ricky Wallace Jr. I don't...
Really?
Yeah, that's exactly what it said in the thing, yep.
Okay.
Held at the Leesport Farmers Market, 312 Garnett's Church Road in Leesport, Pennsylvania. So this sounds to me like this is just a get-together hangout type of thing. I don't believe there's any kind of awards or anything like that. I don't think there's any kind of entry fee. Just show up at that address, put your models on the table, and have a cup of coffee.
I like that.
That's pretty neat.
Fair enough.
March 29th, the Mile High Open, hosted by the Outcast Plastic Modelers. It's held at the Forney Museum of Transportation, Brighton Boulevard, Denver, Colorado. We've been talking about that show quite a bit. Gonna turn my page. Then last for this episode, April 17th, Can-Am Con, presented by our friends at the Mount Mansfield Modelers, Scale Modelers, and IPMS Champaign Valley. That's held at the National Guard Museum in Williston, Vermont. This year's theme is British invasion. Jaguars, that kind of stuff.
Spitfires.
Nice.
Yep.
Triumphs,
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That'd be cut Triumphs. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Didn't even think of that. Heather and I will be at this show, so if you're in our area, come on by and say hello. Now, moving on to upcoming kits.
Yay!
Yay! So,
Not what you think.
One question. Is that
Colt, I'm going to stop you right now. I have Mobius stuff to announce.
that truck?
But it's not Chevy trucks.
Dang it!
So in January, there's a few things coming from AMT and MPC. The 64 Olds F85 altered wheelbase funny car. And your favorite, Brian, the Hell Drivers 1977 Mustang.
Yeah.
I hope you were able to get one of those. I really do.
I actually have an order in for one from my friend Mike.
Nice. Also from MPC, the Slasher 1972 Chevelle SS. That's available in January. And you gotta say it the long S because that's how they spelled it.
I will get one of those.
Oh, is it like the SS Slasher or is it?
Yes,
SS?
it's like the SS Lasher.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it SS? That's a ship. The SS Lasher.
Yes,
SS Lasher.
the Lasher. And then the 1976 Dodge Dart Weekend Warrior 4-in-1. Then February, there's one particular kit that I know lots of people are excited for from Polar Lights, the Herbie Love Bug Snap Kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll get
You know-
that.
You know how awesome this is? You know how awesome this is?
So funny story. They announced this. My mother-in-law, the one that made the world famous curtains, that is from coast to coast, she was telling me she actually wanted to build a model, but she wanted to build a model of a Volkswagen Bug. And I said, well, there's not a really good one that's easily accessible for you because it's going to be your first ever model kit. I didn't want to tell her to buy a Tamiya kit.
Right.
You know, or
Yeah.
something like that. So she went out and she bought a tractor model.
Interesting choice.
Interesting choice.
Wow.
And then they
That's different.
announced that they're gonna release this snap kit Herbie the Love Bug. So I might actually pick that up for her and send it up to her because
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
yeah, she was
So-
very excited.
I just have to say how
Yeah.
awesome this timing is, because what's the number of Herbie? What's he got on the side of his car door?
I don't remember.
53.
Is it 53? I was gonna say 51.
Guess how old I'm going to be this year?
53.
Well, guess how old I am
Oh,
now.
I am.
Guess how old I am now.
Guess
78.
how right was
78.
years ago.
No. Oh, Chuck.
In human years
I
or
was
dog years?
close. I was close.
Yes, close. 53.
53.
Add-
Okay,
you want
great.
me to add a 1 to it like they do in Prices Right? Like
Yeah.
number bid?
153? No.
Is that human years or cat years?
That's human years.
Okay.
In cat years, I'm
You
long
could-
gone.
You said skull and
Then-
bones.
Okay, so this is the kind of the longer list that I've got coming in March. Some of these have actually been announced that they'll be available in March. Some of these are rumored to be arriving around March. So we'll start with the Revell Stranger Things line. They actually just announced the Hopper. Is it Hopper or Hooper? Hopper.
I
The
think it's
Hopper 1985 Chevy Blazer. Now that kit is an all-new tool, 160 parts.
Oh,
Wow, that's a big kit.
That's
Yeah.
a cool-looking kit.
Yeah. I'm-
that's way
Um,
better than their
In
snap together
1/25th scale.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Niceness.
I actually have that on pre-order because that's a really nice kit. Actually,
That's going to be a fun kit.
Yeah.
that definitely is. And then they have
That's super
Billy's 1979 Camaro. That is got some new tooling in it too. That's the body is molded with a solid roof. So
Oh.
if you guys are familiar
Finally.
with the Revell kits.
Mhm.
That generation Camaro has been released previously. It was the Street Machine version with T-tops. That kind in the hole in the hood for the
That kit goes
supercharger.
back.
Yeah, I have that.
That kit
Yeah.
goes back to early 80s, possibly
Yeah.
late 70s. It came out
Yeah.
from Monogram. It's an
Yeah.
old 24th Monogram. Nice kit too for the times, but it's always had that T-tops, and all of us Camaro lovers all went, man, if it just didn't have T-tops.
What
Well,
what was the
now she
green one
changed.
I
Don't
bought
say
from
that no
Andy
more.
that time, Matt?
Yeah.
What was that one?
Yep.
Do you remember? Do you
The
remember that one?
green one?
I don't remember. I think it was that version of that kit.
No
Yeah, I
kidding.
think
A
it
green
was
one.
actually.
I vaguely remember a
What
green
color was it?
boxing of that.
It was green. You remember I bought it at Andy's? I opened it up on video.
Was it molded in green?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh no. That was the MPC. That was that
Okay.
MPC one. I know what one you're talking about. Yeah, that was the MPC one. Those are cool.
Hmm.
But those are 25th scale.
Let's see what. Okay, Billy's Camaro.
I'm looking
blah,
forward
blah.
to this new kit.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a Camaro with a solid roof now and a flat hood, doesn't even have the Z28 hood, just got a flat stock.
Yep, it's got the flat
Hood.
hood and all that. That's cool.
That
It's a lot
car
of cool.
is going to be a perfect candidate for a stock eliminator build.
Oh,
Flat hood,
good point.
You know it,
No.
dude.
solid roof.
Now here's a thing.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a Firebird kit like in Rockford, right? Like the
Yeah.
plain Jane version.
Yeah.
No T-tops,
Right.
no flares, no hood scoop, all that kind of stuff. Maybe this will open the door for that, because they can modify the Bandit. I'm just saying, can modify the Bandit
Yeah.
model. I've seen people
Maybe.
do that.
That would be cool.
Backdate a Bandit model into
Yep.
Yeah,
a smooth roof kit build and all that stuff. But I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice to just have one too.
that would be cool. That would definitely be cool. And then third in the Stranger Lines release is the VW Surfer Boy Pizza Van. That kit is most of has been out previously. That's just a reboxing of that kit and they added like the Pizza Boy decals and
Yeah.
the sign on the roof. Otherwise, it's the kit that you've been able to get all along.
Reveal?
You probably have one, don't you, Brian?
I think it's a Revell Germany kit.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, you got to get up on that, son.
I don't either. I don't have that kit either, and I've been told that I probably should. I don't know. I guess. Then rumored to be coming from Mobius around March. This is really cool. So they're re-releasing the 1965 Mercury Comet, the same one that the Arnie Bestwick one that they released just recently. Right. Only they've reboxed it, and it's a BFX car, which means it comes with a small block.
Oh.
And it has a newly tooled drag small block. So I believe the name of that car is Cyanide or something like that. If you look that car up online and look up the engine it had, holy cow, that's going to be a cool kit. I definitely need to buy one of those.
I've seen that kit. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. And then they got another ramp truck coming. It's a 1970 Ford ramp truck this time.
I like that. I saw the picture of that thing. That is cool looking. I like that 70 body style in it.
Yeah. And then last to be rumored coming around March. I'm excited for this. I'm ignoring Chuck. Atlantis is repopping the old Revell 1957 Chevy Nomad kit.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
What scale? 125th?
I believe it is 125th, but it's the kit that has everything opens, the doors, the rear.
Ooh, okay.
Everything opens. Okay, then 25th.
Yeah. If you go back, if you can think back to the old Revell boxings, it's the gold and red with flames and chrome reverse wheels with the surfboards. That kit.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited for that because I'm kind of a Nomad fan, and I was thinking, man, I'd love to have that 57 Nomad. I've been looking for it at swap meets for a few years. I've come across it a couple of times. It was either way too high a price or the kit was just garbage. So I'm happy to hear that that's coming out. And I just learned the other day, I don't know how I did not know this, there's a 56 Nomad kit floating around out there. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's a 124 scale one, I think, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yep.
I was down at my cousin's shooting the breeze with him, telling him about the 57 Nomad, and he says, oh, well, if you get that, all you need is the 56 for the complete collection. And I said, huh? What? 56?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? So I got on the phone to one of my good buddies, and I was like, hey, who makes a 56 Nomad kit? Lo and behold, it's Monogram. So, yeah. So, if you pick up this 57 that's coming in March, then if you're a Nomad collector, all you'll need is the 56 if you don't have it. Just saying.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And unless you guys have heard of anything kit-wise, that's all I have for this episode.
I'm still just tingling over the whole Herbie thing.
I said I wasn't going to buy any more kits.
I'm not helping you with that, am I?
Nope.
Because before when you showed the picture of the Nomad, I was like, oh, that's cool. But now knowing the backstory on that, I'm like, oh, it's that kit.
It's
okay.
That. You know, a couple of people that I've reached out to and said, hey, look, this is coming out. I'm really excited about this. Every one of them has said, you know how awful that kit is, don't you? It's like, dude, it is what it is. It's the only way I'm going to get one. So,
I mean, you can have that or nothing.
Nothing.
What's your choice?
Exactly. What's your choice? So, yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, Jason. That's a very comprehensive report. Appreciate that very much.
No, you're welcome very much.
And now we go to Chuck with the 3D printing news.
All right, guys. We'll start off with Scale Speed Garage. Out next week, Scale Speed Garage Pack 47 is the Pro Stock chassis with adjustable front tube frame, Fab Ford 9-inch rear end with the 4-link leaf springs options. will be offered in multiple widths and wheelbases to accommodate nearly any build. So that I've talked about this, I think, on the last one also. It's finally coming out next week.
Nice.
Also will include separate front and rear halves for grafting onto any kit chassis. And more options for the drag racing Chevy engine. Arius heads, valve covers, Brodix valve covers, modern style pro stock intake. Later this month, he's going to have 47B pack coming out. That's for bonus pro and elite members. That'll have a full fuel altered dragster kit, which that should be pretty cool. A full
Very
kit.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
A full kit. Okay.
full kit. I think that's going to be pretty cool. So beginning of February, he's going to have the Scale Speed Garage 48 pack coming out. That'll be interior accessories, seats, consoles, which, you know what? Consoles, you don't see a lot of aftermarket consoles, huh?
No.
That's a
And
good
sometimes
point.
I kind of start looking on Colts for consoles, and he's going to start coming out with those. That's cool. So steering wheels, always looking for steering wheels.
Mhm.
Plus gobs of random detail items. So after that, Marchish kind of time. That's kind of how I stated it. Semi truck stuff. So I don't have a lot of semi truck parts. That'd be kind of cool to get a build going. I've been thinking about doing a build for that, including Detroit 6 valve, 8 valve, 12 valve, and 16 valve 71 engines. So he's going to have a bunch of options for that.
There's a big rig group build going on right now.
Well, March, I think, is when the time's going to be for that. So
That'll be perfect because I haven't started mine yet.
also, Josh is going to be announcing. Josh from VCG Residence is going to be announcing a sponsored build contest soon called the Pro Stock Effin' Everything. That's
everything.
Yeah. The theme will be Pro Stock the wall, or Pro Stock the most off the wall car possible. So
Oh.
Ooh.
Now,
They're
when he
gonna be
says
doing
off the wall, does he mean like crazy build, or does he mean like something you have thrown and bounced off
Dude,
the
he's
wall?
like fucking pro
I would
stock
win
of
if
Myers
it's-
Minx.
if it's something that bounces off the wall,
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah, right. No, that was the floor.
Well,
Hey,
I think
it did
the
hit the
floor and
wall
then
a
the
couple times too.
Were you hacky sacking that thing? Like
I was trying to catch the stupid thing. It was a freaking mess. I don't even want to think about it. You got me all mad again.
I love how we just have to push that button on the tape recorder. Push that button on Chuck's tape recorder, and we go right back to that.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man. That's funny.
for Iceman Collections, new releases this week. In bed spare tire mount from It's a Fireball Model Works design. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
That looks sweet. That looks sweet.
Big block dart valve covers.
Very cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Small block Chevy Brodix valve covers.
Nice.
He said he's working on some 112 parts that will trickle here and there little by little. So yeah, that's what he's got going on. And for Josh, he says he hasn't got much out this week. The store is now open again. Drag stuff later this month, as well as some new drum brake kits, which is kind of cool. And he says, don't forget that there's a code that you for his shop that you can use, Pod 10. So
Nice.
don't forget to use the Pod 10. That's still good for this year. So
Sorry,
that's
Josh.
all I have coming out. And what was that?
I said, sorry, Josh. Keep forgetting to mention the podcast.
Oh, no. I got it. So don't forget he's got a code. So cool. That's all I got, guys. So
Right on. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate the info there, sir. And now
For sure.
that takes us to the emails. And we'll start off with Steve Demo. Emails. Steve Demo says, greetings from Indiana, and subject is episode 30, so a little bit ago. It says, great episode as always, maybe the best one yet. Haha. It was great having you four and the live cast crew on one episode. So he was, okay, I had to remember which episode 30 was. So
Oh, yeah.
it's all a blur. 12:01 a.m. on January 1st. Delete.
Bing, reset.
Everything's gone. Or more like. So he says it was great having everybody together on the one episode. I'm glad you liked that because we all had fun. As for pronouncing my last name, Jason was technically correct, but I've been called both all my life, so I don't care. And I don't know if Jason got this his Tamiya GT3 RS yet, but I just got the email, Hobby Nut Models, that mine shipped. So hopefully he gets his soon also. Anyways, keep up the great work, Steve from Crazy Scale Models. And yes, Jason's got his kit, and he's already halfway done building it already.
Yeah, right.
Well, you got a good kit in your hands when you get excited about it and start ordering aftermarket parts for it.
Before the cellophane's even off of it.
And you haven't even cracked the seal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, next one up is from Pat Redmond, all the way from the Canada.
Yay, Pat!
And Pat says, subject line, Chuck mail. And he says simply 2 words, hate Chuck. Signed,
Nice.
Pat.
Nice. Have a chicken sandwich for me, Pat.
Oh, Pat. You can always count on Pat to get right to the point.
Can always count on Pat. He doesn't mince words.
Well, I love you, buddy.
No, he does not.
It does not at all. And then we have
He's
one
been a
from
listener since day one.
Day Juan.
Day one.
Day one.
I'm not saying it.
All right. Yeah, we should get this wrapped up because I think my Del Taco is going to kick in soon. Let's see here. Here's one from Javen Woodward, and the subject is new to the hobby. And he says, hello from Colorado. Well, hello. First, want to say I love the podcast, but I am 22 years old, and I feel like the hobby isn't as exposed to my age group, in my opinion. So it's hard to find people to get ideas and tips without doing an extensive amount of research. I listened to your episode on painting, and it was super informative. But as someone who is starting out and is familiar with the workings of an airbrush, what would you recommend for clear coats that you can get from a Hobby Lobby or hobby store in general? Thank you, guys. I always look forward to the next podcast. So he's not very familiar with using an airbrush. He's looking for something that he can probably use. He can get locally at a Hobby Lobby or hobby shop and can be used as a clear coat and does a good job.
It's rattle can right there.
Rattle can is going to be your answer, bud. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Fire up your Amazon account and look for the premium top coat gloss from Mr. Hobby or Hobby. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Either correct. Because I've used this recently. I've used the UV cut.
Yep.
Recently on my my midget race car, and that turned out amazing, better than TS13 works for me. I know TS13 can work well for some folks, but for some reason I've been having the troubles. So this Mr. Hobby clear coat, I mean, and it's not that badly priced on Amazon. So
you could probably get it on Andy's hobby headquarters too online, right?
Yeah, so that should be showing up there soon, shouldn't it, Matt?
Should be.
I would like to throw in real quick, if you're going to order that Mr. Hobby premium top coat online, you want to order number 601 is the part number, correct?
Right.
Because they have a matte, they have a semi-gloss, they have a bunch of different ones, and it's easy to confuse if you're ordering it online because
mine says B601.
B601. So, or 601 in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that so far that's been really user friendly for us. Jason and I have been using it a little bit,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
Matt's been experimenting with it too. So that might be the
Yep.
way to go. Might be the way to go.
That gets my
So
vote.
there you go. So Javen, I hope that answers your questions pretty well. But don't give up on the airbrush thing, dude. Keep plugging away on that. It's just a learning curve. I know I've had to go through that. Chuck had to go through that. I mean, Jason's actually kind of getting more experience with his airbrushing, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It took me quite a while. I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb also and say airbrushing is great, but I prefer rattle cans still. Even though
Well,
I can fire the airbrush
you
up and
know,
I'm comfortable
yeah.
enough to do I can bust out a paint job. I still prefer the process.
There's nothing wrong with paint cans.
No.
A decent rattle can.
No,
If you
not
get
at
a
all.
decent rattle can, you're gonna be fine.
Right.
I've laid some of my best paint jobs
use the
on
right.
rattle cans.
Yep.
Now I will say
You
this.
use the proper rattle cans.
Right. I will say this. If you go on YouTube, Javen, and go to Fred Henry, just type in Fred Henry, and it'll take you to West Georgia Rods and Customs. Last year, he did a tutorial on using TS13.
Mhm.
That's his go-to.
Yeah.
And that man can work some magic with that.
Yes.
So TS13 is
Yeah.
going to probably be easier to find in the local hobby shop compared to the Mr. Hobby
stuff. Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
say
the to me a clear he's talking about.
right.
Yeah.
So Fred has a tutorial on spraying it and polishing it out, and I
Mhm.
suggest you check that out. So
Yep.
maybe that'll give you some pointers.
One thing I want to add when it comes to the airbrushing, what I've, I'm with Jason on this. We all talk about, if I can do everything with the rattle can, a lot of my models, everything's rattle can. I bust out the airbrush when I want to get into some real technical colors, like actual factory colors. And
Yes.
I've been buying up a lot of MCW. And their lacquers is what I've been going for. I just prefer using lacquers.
Mhm.
So that's when I kick out my airbrushes, when I really want to use, say, one of my favorite colors is Ford Poppy Red. I've got, the different greens and blue metallics from the 60s that I love. And I just found it's just best to order it from a company like MCW because it's actually factory automotive paint. And that's when the airbrush comes in great. Now, I plan on, when I use that MCW paint on whatever models I've got planned, I'm going to end up clearing them with probably that UV cut rattle can from
Mhm.
Mr. Hobby.
Yeah.
I'll probably
Right.
do that if I end up putting a clear coat on it, just because what I like about it is it's not over either. It looks like the cars I want to do. I want to keep them looking like come from.
Yeah.
Right.
A more realistic finish.
And
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and a
something
more
Matt
realistic
touched
finish.
on,
That's been
something Matt said, the key word Matt said was lacquer. For a new person starting out,
oh yeah.
I would recommend lacquer. It's a
Oh, yeah.
lot easier to handle for a beginner when they start out. I
Yeah.
think lacquer is
Agreed.
key.
Lays down pretty well.
Yep.
Dries
And
right.
it kicks off real fast. And I mean, how long would you say? 24 hours, 36
Oh,
hours.
yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you
Less
can,
than that.
if you have a blemish in there, you can wet sand
Yeah.
it
Let's
out.
sand it right up. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
to me,
even earlier
you
than that,
can. I was going to say
very
you can get a
terrible.
lot of color. You can get a lot of different colors with Tamiya rattle cans too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mhm.
airbrushing opens your world up to all kinds of factory colors, right? But Tamiya has quite a selection of colors in their TS line, which is
Right.
lacquer. So
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
which is a lacquer.
yeah.
last year I was experimenting with layering different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
like there's this military AS-15 or something like that. It's like this military dark blue. It's a flat color, but I was overspraying that with TS-20, which is a metallic green. and
Yeah.
it was looking really cool because they're using this dark blue base, and it was really giving this like teal. So you can experiment with layering colors too. This is where spoons come in handy. I mean, I bought a box of 500 at Costco like 2 years ago, and I'm only like a third of the way through the damn thing.
Yeah,
Right.
But
like some of them military colors look good glossed over.
Oh, they do.
They look
exactly,
Yeah, they do.
really
exactly.
good vintage.
So
I
I'm
was gonna say,
holding up
I've got
here.
a couple of builds from last year that the 37 Ford was actually a military British green
Yep.
with a TS13 clear over it, and it looks killer.
Like I'm holding up three
Yeah.
yellow spoons,
Yeah.
3 spoons that I painted yellow, and they're all the same color of yellow, but different bases underneath them.
Mhm.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of fun to experiment with that stuff. And then I freaking love this metallic orange too,
Yeah.
which I think is to me a color for the Toyota 86, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I mean, when I have some free time and I'm kind of just goofing around in the garage, I'll break out a handful of spoons
Yeah.
and then prime them just so I have them on hand when I want to try a paint color.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. To me, a rattle can, you can get some clear colors too, right? They have like a
There's a transparent
Yeah.
blue,
transparent
red,
blue,
green.
red.
Yeah.
That you could same thing, like you just said, layer silver,
Mhm.
layer like a transparent blue over silver or over
Right.
gold is going to look different. You can,
They even have a transparent
And
pearl,
they,
which you can put over anything.
Yep.
And
yeah,
that's
Painting is
freaking
endless.
beautiful.
it
It's
is.
endless.
Yep.
It's definitely a rabbit hole.
that's the beautiful thing. That's when I discovered Tamiya, man, it changed everything for me. The Tamiya Radicans, again, being a lacquer, a synthetic lacquer, and
Yeah.
they have such an array of colors. They're what I always loved about them compared to the other model based paint companies is their metal flake was like to scale to a 24 scale
Yeah.
model car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they look great. And it was their blues that just grabbed me when I started using them. And there's such versatile colors, so many colors to choose from, and all that other. And like the transparents, they actually came out with, they called it silver leaf and gold leaf
Mhm.
specifically to use as a base for their transparents.
Yep.
Exactly.
And
Also, they have
it's beautiful. You
transparent.
can have a beautiful candy job with that.
They also have transparent black, which is technically a smoke color. And I was working with my nephew on a model, and he wanted to have like the smoked bronze wheels. And I'm like,
Hmm.
let's try doing some TS21 gold, and let that cure up for a little bit, and then came back and hit it with the TS71 smoke, and they're like freaking awesome.
Huh.
So give it a little bit of
Oh.
a little bit of dark, and it kind of
Yeah.
pooled a little bit in some of the
Yeah.
crevices and stuff. It looked really good.
Wow, I got to
Like-
write that down. TS what is smoke?
I just recently
TS71, I
bought
believe.
some of that. Oh,
I
that's
hate
cool.
spraying it on the windows because the windows, there's something about the transparent plastic. It's got like a more of a static charge to it or something.
Yeah.
So you just give it a couple of quick sprays with the TS71, and it's just full. It looks like your cat licked it. Like, oh my god!
I got plenty of things around here that looks like my cat licked because
Right,
my cat
so-
probably did.
But I'm like, yeah, try sanding out a smoke colored paint job on,
Right.
on windows. That's not fun.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Anyway, we hope we answered that question in full. I'm sure that was more information than you wanted, but
Very much.
Yep.
but we get excited about paint because that's
We
what we
do.
do. And finally, we have a mentioning here from Billboards Builds. This is Chet, and he says, "Subject: a challenge." Now, he says, "Hey guys, between watching a bunch of YouTube videos and the Facebook chats, I got to thinking. Since I feel the four of you are great builders, and since 90% of good paint is prep, I thought of a challenge for you four. And no, it's not how high can a GTO bounce."
Oh, ouch.
Jeff wins that one every time.
Oh,
GT hands
that's going to
down.
be the 2025 winner.
He says, "I'm going to use the R word. Sorry, Luka. I think the four of you should do your best paint job with only Rust-Oleum. Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun.
I have things to say when you're done.
I'm sure you do. Not including the final details that can be hand brushed, no airbrushing works for HPI guy, and the other part would be only hand painting a model like a lot of kits were done in the 60s and 70s. So maybe some brush painting of a model kit. Let's see here. Then compare who can achieve a better outcome with both techniques or lack of techniques. Basically, I want to see Luka squirm with lawn furniture paint in his hand. Laugh out loud. If you shall accept this challenge, this email will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, poof. Later, I have some kits to airbrush with Createx Wicked and also to try Scale Finishes paint for the first time. Have a great day. Chet from Billboard Builds. Wow. Chet has laid down the gauntlet. That was a nice laugh, Matt.
Jason?
Jason.
Jason.
Okay. Okay, so first off, not gonna happen. Sorry.
Thank you for playing.
But there were a couple of things, and I can't tell if Chet was joking, if this was in jest, or if he was serious. So I'm just gonna say a couple of things here. He said
I think he was serious.
okay, it's not stopping me. So he said
Go.
any, scenes where any paint job is 90% prep. I am going to stop you right there. You cannot, in my opinion, I'm sorry, you can prep to your heart's content, and that prep can be perfect. But if you put garbage product on top of it,
You just ruined all your prep.
you just ruined all your prep. Exactly what Chuck said. I'm sorry. There are people who will remain nameless. I'm not trying to pick on anybody specifically, but these people out there that say, I've used Rust-Oleum for 30 years and have never had a problem, and my builds look just as good as yours. Well, A, you're wrong, because Rust-Oleum 2X has only been on the market for maybe 10, if that.
About 10 years.
Two,
About 10 years.
Two, or B, I'm sorry. I have never seen a model painted with Rust-Oleum that looked good. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. It's just not made for that. It's just not. It eats into the plastic.
It's what they call craze.
It does.
It'll craze really fast.
Really fast. And
you'll
it comes
see
out
it
of
if
the
you clear
can
coat it.
so heavy, it buries details. I've also heard, well, you can just spray lighter coats. Well, spray lighter coats, you've got a nozzle that's designed to put paint down like a garden hose. How are you going to spray lighter coats with that? You're not going to. You're not going to. If people are happy using that stuff, who am I to kick the leg out from underneath them? I'm not going to. But if you legitimately want to have a nice paint job, you can't use that stuff. You can't. I'm sorry. Like I said, I feel like a jerk sometimes, but people that say, oh, look I painted this with Rust-Oleum, and it looks just as good as anything I see. No, well, it doesn't. If you put it beside a car that's actually painted with a product designed to be used on a styrene model, the differences are clear. It's not a good product.
Where one statement was correct, that he did say, it was prep is a big part
of course
of it,
It's a huge part of it.
And in the real automotive world, it is like 90% of prep is everything.
Yeah,
but here's the deal, though. Like, why spend months on something or however long it takes you to prep? I mean, why waste that prep when the instant you push that trigger, it's going to ruin your prep.
Exactly.
I mean, because it is hot and it it's not made for that. It's
But
made
that's-
to
But that's
expose
me
into
on
plastic.
that's me on every paint job. Doesn't matter what I'm using. If the odds of me pushing that trigger and messing up my paint job, pretty high.
Well, they get higher with that.
Yeah, exactly. It like Chuck just
why-
said.
yeah,
It's like
why
in
even
the one-to-one
push the
world. It's like prepping your car, spending 40 or 50 hours prepping a classic car for a paint job, and then going to Home Depot and
And
buying
thousands of
bare
dollars.
eggshell paint and rolling it on.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? It's the same thing. If
Why
you're
would you do that?
looking for a budget, oh well, I'm on a budget.
But
I
at
need
the-
to buy cheap paint because I'm on a budget. Well, you just spent $35 on a model kit, and you're going to paint it with paint that's garbage. I bought this can of paint for $7. That's this big. Well, you could spend $7 on a can of testers at Hobby Lobby
Yeah.
and get a way better product. I don't understand it.
But
I don't
at the end of
understand
the day, if it makes you happy, like you said, if it makes you
Yeah.
happy, spray everything with it. I mean, it
Exactly.
doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I know what makes me happy, and
Yeah. Listen, I have relatives that have been building models for decades, and one of them still uses hardware store paint. Granted, it's not Rust-Oleum 2X, and he's happy. He's happy with it. And I never hear him say, I don't understand why this screwed up. I've been using this paint for 50 years. It never gives me a problem. You know what I mean? It's like if he's happy, if you're happy, great. I'm happy for you. But don't try to tell me that don't try to pull the wool over my
stop
eyes.
pushing the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm sorry. Sorry, Chet. I'm not going to paint anything with Rust-Oleum. Sorry.
again, though, we
I'm not
thank
either.
you for your email.
Yes, exactly. Yes, we do. And
Absolutely.
I enjoy hearing from
I
Chet.
think he meant it as a fun challenge, but
Yeah,
it's just like
Yeah.
I'm having a
That's not-
hard enough time getting models completed that I want to look nice.
I was just listening to Jason a lot, and
I'm
been
sorry.
looking
He's
looking
a lot.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I didn't mean to go off on a rant. I apologize.
it's all right.
that was
Listen to
I
Jason
think it was
a
good,
lot.
Jason.
It's all right. If it bleeds, it leads, man. I'm looking at my stash here, and I'm like, what would I want to paint with Rust-Oleum?
A GTO. You're gonna ruin it anyway.
I'm gonna what?
I'm gonna ruin it anyway. I mean, it's
Oh, you're
gonna
gonna-
fall.
you're gonna- yeah.
It's gonna break.
It's too bad you're not coming to the meeting tomorrow, Chuck, because as soon as you walk in the door, I was going to toss you my GTO, see if you bat it to the floor. You're supposed to set it so I can spike it. No, yeah, you know what? I might try it.
Okay.
Just
Hey,
cause.
Okay.
Just to see
I'll
if it
do it.
just to see if it will work. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
I got plenty of spare bodies out in the garage. I haven't buried any of them yet, so they're
Yeah.
still fresh. I'll
Fair
see if I can't paint one of those. And
I kind
see
of
how
feel
it
bad
goes.
if this guy was really serious. I
Well-
don't want to beat him to the ground. You know.
I'm sorry. I am going to apologize for that, and I'm going to end this whole thing with, if you're happy using it, go for it. I'm not trying to tell you that you're doing your aspect of the hobby wrong. That's not my place.
so I will say that back in the day, ding ding, when I was getting back into the hobby,
Ding, ding,
I
ding.
was going to the Walmart and buy the good Walmart, not the bad Walmart.
Mhm.
Going to the good Walmart up the street, and I was buying the 97-cent gray paint and using that as primer.
Hmm.
And I was using that as my base for my Tester's jar paints that I was mixing up with Tester's enamel thinner, whatever, and spraying stuff. I had a big problem with getting my ratios down because every jar of Tester's paint, like if you're doing a metallic to something else,
Yeah.
it's different consistency. So I was having a hard time narrowing it all down. That's
Right.
when I fell in love with splash paints because you just poured it in the airbrush and went. I'm like, oh, I didn't know life was this good.
Right.
But and then I discovered Tamiya, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know life was this good, type of thing. So I was having a real devil of a time trying to. What are you drinking there, Chuck? Is that a protein drink?
Tropical Glitz, man. This stuff is really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I use a few things though: scale finishes, tropical glitz. Anything that I know is made for a model or
Yeah. So,
sold for.
I mean, I was using that spray primer.
Mhm.
You're not going to find it for 99 cents nowadays. I can tell you.
No.
I can tell you that.
No.
But got a big can of it, and I could get several car bodies out of it. And then I was just like cranking out car bodies because I wanted to
It-
master my painting techniques. I was just cranking
yeah.
them out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? It's been a while. I'm going to revisit that. I don't know if I'm going to like do an actual model out of
Yeah.
Rust-Oleum, but I'm going to try it. See.
Are you gonna
see what
you gonna
happens.
call it BG's Mythbusters?
Ooh, I like
Ooh.
that.
You're gonna
I like
Mythbuster
that.
this, right?
I like that.
Oh, I'm going to call it. I
Mythbusters.
can't. That's copyright. I want to call it Mistbusters because I'm
Mistbusters. I like that even better.
You're gonna try to mist it, but it's not gonna.
So let me point something out to you though, Brian. Those cans that you were buying for 99 cents from Walmart, those have a different nozzle on them. The
Dude,
2X
it's not a-
Rust-Oleum stuff has a formula. It's the nozzle's different.
You
But
might
I'll
still
tell
be able
you-
to get away with it though.
I'll tell you what I've been told my entire life. It's not the nozzle; it's how you use it.
Oh,
I'm out.
That will be a series that I'll watch Brian do because I'm kind of curious to see if it'll work. I mean,
We'll see how it goes. I mean, what the heck, right?
Hey,
What's the worst
you
that
know-
Well,
happens?
so the bottom
I used to
line
be-
in this is if you have fun doing it, that's all that matters, right?
Right. Why? Because that's the
I
name
guess.
of the game.
as long as you don't get pushy about it. Where the problem comes is when you're trying to explain to people when they're having problems with Krylon, and when you say, well, it's really not for this, you're having troubles with this, why don't you try the tester or testers or the model paints? And then when the Krylon users get mad and attack, that's where the problem is. And they get attacked, and then that's when they try to prove, look at my model, I did this model, and it's just as good as any Veer models. And it's like, no, dude, you weren't the one we were talking to.
Right.
Stop.
I tell you what, in the
They
garage,
get very angry.
we had to do some sealing repair a couple years ago. So in the garage, I have a can of texture, popcorn texture stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'll do a vinyl roof with that. See how it looks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, it can be any worse than that pasta build we were all talking about the other day.
Oh God.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah.
The pasta
Still gonna
build.
try it.
The
Still gonna try
pasta
it, yeah.
build. Speaking of
boys.
airbrushes, I gotta
Our
go
boy-
get some of the ragu right now. I'll be right back.
Hopefully it's not the Primavera that you got a mashed salad at the
Oh
end.
no, it's not the meat lovers. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm boiling
Oh,
a bottle of
boy.
water right now.
Chunky.
Hey,
Okay.
watch
Good
it.
job.
Watch it,
You know-
pal. It's Chucky.
It's chunky. Yeah, well, it's how I have you on my phone. Chunk failure.
Chunky Chucky.
But
Failure.
fat fingered it. You know what? I tell you what, I'm hungry from all this pasta talk. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
All righty
48,
then.
34.
Oh man, these wheels in this kit aren't as cool as I thought. Now I feel like I'm falling out of love with this model.
Hey, how you doing?
Who the heck are you?
Me? Why, I'm the model kit Cupid, baby.
Right.
Hey, I hang out in hobby shops all over the world, and I poke people with my little love darts to make them fall in love with that special model kit.
Okay. Why are you here?
Well, I just heard you say you were falling out of love with that model kit, and I thought maybe I should pop in and give you a little booster shot.
No thanks. I'm good. I think I might just go to IcemanCollections.com and order a set of cool wheels for this model.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm right here, baby, ready to go.
No, seriously. I'm good. See, I'm already logging on to IcemanCollections.com to place my order. You know, Iceman has a rewards plan, and you can earn points towards discounts. Do you offer anything like that?
Nah, I'm just basically a one and done type of guy, baby.
Well, there you go then. I'm going to get points towards discounts and elevate my build with IcemanCollections.com.
All right, it's all good, man. If you need to elevate anything else, you know who to call.
Yeah, that's going to be an easy no.
And welcome back, folks. Thanks for sticking around to see that lively little commercial we had for Iceman Collections. we always appreciate the good humor and spirit that we do the commercials in, and we like the fact that Joelle is a good sport. So thank you, Joelle. And this brings us to the show topic, which is the wrap up of 2024, what we've been up to, and what we have planned for 2025, or are we foreshadowing our future headaches? So this actually was brought to us by Jason, so it's his fault. And we'll start with Chuck.
It's your fault.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, for 2025, I don't know. I can't see that far ahead.
I have a suggestion. If you're thinking about redoing your hobby room, may I suggest putting in a bouncy house floor?
I ain't doing that. That costs way too much money.
Yeah, but you only have to build stuff once.
But reflecting on 2024, I've had a lot of good times with my buddies. I think everybody's kind of grown closer as a whole. I think this podcast has been great. Watching my wife flourish in the hobby has been great. And traveling, I mean, it's been good too. So,
oh yeah,
the traveling's been good. It's been a good year. Some of the shows we've done, pretty cool.
Has it been the best one yet?
They've all. I mean, everyone just is the best one ever. Every newest show is the best one ever.
Didn't you marry off a kid this year too?
I did. I did. My daughter got married. My oldest daughter got married. My grandson's they've both been a real blessing. Yeah, work's been going good. Everything's good. I mean, my life is on track, I think.
That's awesome.
Living the dream, guys. But I do want to get some more builds and go out of try to step things up next year. I think I'm gonna step my builds up next year. I'm gonna get the new printer going this year for sure. I'm gonna start cutting more doors open, lighting more cars up. I'm just gonna go a little higher this year.
When you say lighting more cars, you mean like illuminating them?
Yes.
Okay, because
I thought you meant like lighting them up so they float when they fall off the shelf instead of like.
You know what I should be doing this year?
Like,
I should be putting a parachute on every car. I should equip a parachute on every single car I build this year.
Every car of yours is going to look like it's from the movie Triple X.
That way when they fall real slow.
Right. So you can have a sip of coffee and then go catch it. That's awesome. So any idea how many builds you probably completed last year?
Last year. Looking back, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would maybe say 10.
10's good.
Maybe, I don't know.
You need to count the one that broke. So that, I mean, because technically it was done, right?
Yeah, it was done. It was really nice.
Yep. So I count that.
I don't know what's under that. So yeah, probably 10.
Are you counting your Arnold and your Freddy?
Gotta count
Oh
those.
yeah, I forgot that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whatever's underneath that towel, I don't know. Probably 10 or 12.
You have something hidden from yourself.
Well, I have a towel over one of those cases because I got a bare printed body that I printed.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want it to warp. So I have a case underneath there, and I'm assuming there's 3 kits in there. There is. So yeah, about 12.
Okay, that's great. Nice. That's one a month.
Nice.
Yes.
That's pretty fast for you, Chuck. One a month.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jason, how's about you?
2 of them were figures. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, You didn't
Oh.
have to assemble them, but you still did the important part, which is painting them.
Oh, hold on. I got the 24-hour build too. I got 2 trikes in there. Does those count?
Yeah.
Too.
They're 48-hour builds, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's a model and you built it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got quite a bit done this year.
You guys might be realizing right now about how loose I am with the criteria here. Because when we get to me, you'll see why. But Jason, how's about you?
Well, I probably had, no joke, not a play on words, not picking on Chuck. I probably had my best year ever.
Good.
Holy cow!
You did have a good year.
It was like a bucket list year. I mean, I was, as well as other people on this podcast, I was interviewed on podcasts that I had only listened to before. You know, if I think back to 2 years ago, if I thought I'd be interviewed on the Insanity podcast, I would have said no way. But we did, and Mikey and Jason.
And do you listen to the last one they did? Did you listen to their last one? I finally finished it last night or yesterday when I was working.
Yeah,
and they talked about you and I a lot.
Did they
mentioned
really?
us quite a bit.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to listen to that.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
We were on the AMC live cast. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Three-quarters
all
of-
of us.
3/4
Not
of
me.
us.
You haven't yet, though, have
right?
you?
No.
Right. I had model kits in magazines. Never thought that would happen.
Sweet.
You can kind of see where I'm going with this. I don't know how I'm going to top this year because I don't think it's possible. Participated in the turkey shoot. I started my own Facebook page this year, which I was really kind of against until I decided to just do it. A full year of doing this podcast with you guys. Bucket list year for me, really.
Well, it's been more than a year though.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
it's
Yeah.
another full year of doing it. If
another
you think
full
about
year.
it,
Yeah.
right? It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
holy cow, we're still going. Remember back when I said all we got to do is do 8, right? Was it 8?
Yeah.
Right.
Here we are at 32, which is
Eight.
multiples of 8, isn't it?
Yeah,
4
yeah,
times.
crazy. I did.
Look at
I
Chuck
built-
with the math.
My math is getting better.
Yeah, it's
like
getting a lot better, dude.
it.
I'm glad to see that. I can't think of the name of the thing now. Never mind. Moving on.
Moving on. Myself, 15 builds. 15. I'm sorry.
15.
Hold on. Nope. Stop right there because I screwed that up. 15 cars. 15 cars, 1 motorcycle, 1 plane, 1 Gundam, and 1 tank. What math is that, Chuck?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
19 builds for me this past year.
1 plus
I
2
got-
plus 2 plus 1.
Math for dummies. I've been
Right?
reading it.
Exactly. So, it's like I don't know how I've got plans for 2025, but I don't know if it's going to top this year. This was a really good year for me. It really was. So,
Seeing that we're reflecting, and I don't want to spotlight on your section right now, but we should look back and thank everybody that's backed us.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Joel from Iceman Collections he's backed us. He's been always had our back. Josh Reese from BCG Resins, Chris Bell from Scale Speed Garage. Special thanks to those guys. Those guys have been great to our podcast and our
Mhm.
channels.
Mhm.
And I'm thankful for our club too. Model Car Mafia. They've been great. Everything's awesome. I
Yeah.
think we got a nice layout for.
Dude, when your club is doing well, when guys come down from Vegas and go, "Hey, can we come to your meeting?" And you're like,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right?
"Yeah."
Yeah.
Hell
that's
yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
Absolutely.
I mean,
And-
that's good.
And up from Tucson.
Yes,
Yeah.
we got Tucsoners coming up from down below.
Also, Scott Comer
Yep.
Mhm.
from
Talking to Scott
Automoto
Comer.
Magazine.
Auto Modeler Magazine, right there.
Automodeler Magazine.
I mean, if we're thanking people, we should thank everybody that not only listens to us but reaches out.
Yes.
Everybody that
Yeah.
puts up with us.
Okay.
Oh,
If
like
it's-
Mrs. BG.
I want to
and
thank you guys. Yeah, exactly. I want to thank all you guys that tolerate us.
you
Yeah.
might have to have had a little bit higher level of tolerance after Jason's paint failure, but it's all
right.
good.
Listen, I'm sorry.
We still love you, brother.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But anyway, but as far as 2025 goes, I am going to change things a little bit. I built 19 builds. I'm not. I can
Better
tell
be
you,
your attitude.
it's not my attitude. So blur that out.
Jason's gonna have a fuck it list this year.
No, I'm going to slow down. I want to slow down. And one thing that when I was counting up everything I built, and I'm like, oh yeah, I built that. Oh yeah, I built that. Holy cow, I forgot about that. It's like,
Yeah.
I can slow myself down and maybe improve my building a little bit, right? There's always room for improvement. So,
And I'm doing that too.
This is fascinating.
I'm with you on that. So
This is fascinating because there was one year, one of my more previous YouTube years, I did 26 models in 1 year, 26 or 27 in 1 year, all cars. And I was
but you're in a
rocking it.
lot of group builds too, though.
Yeah, I used to be the king of group builds, but not anymore. I've passed that on to the next generation. But like Jason says, I was like, I hit that peak, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to crank out this many models. The house is getting full.
Yeah.
Display case is getting full. I need to slow it down and do a better job.
Yep.
Focus on my builds. And now I'm
I can see it. I can see it's happening now. I mean, I see it now.
Yeah, thank you.
100%.
yeah.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
But Jason, so you say you did like 19 builds this year?
Altogether 19.
Altogether?
Yeah.
What do you think would be your favorite one from this year? Can you pick one?
I can. The Rambler.
Nice. Good choice.
That is my favorite build.
kidding.
That came out exactly
Really?
how
And
I wanted it to.
You were really not happy building that at
I
first.
was, yeah, exactly.
But
No,
I love
that's
that.
Grumpy Gus during that.
I
You wanna
love
know what
that.
my favorite build was?
That's so cool.
That damn GTO.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that just shows you, folks, that's what Chuck does to people he loves.
Right.
Crushes their
But
spirits.
now, my favorite car build was that Rambler, but the second place favorite for me is got to be the Tamiya Patton tank.
Nice.
I have found a new infatuation, might say, with armor. Yeah, that was so much fun. I'm looking at it right now. It's nothing I would ever put into a show, obviously, but it's just cool. I had such a fun time with that I went out and bought a couple of armor kits, and Brian, you and I were just talking last week about that Tamiya German half track with the low boy trailer kit.
Yep.
That's like $150, and I'm like, I always said I would never spend $150 on a model kit. I don't care. I don't care what it is. I am eating my words because I'm actively looking for that kit. And I if I find it, I will buy it.
And it's like 50 inches long or something like that too. It's like insane.
Giant. Yeah.
You want to know what I'm glad that I've learned this year is figures. I've learned so much about figure painting.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I've learned a lot. If you dive into a figure and get out of your comfort zone and learn skin tones and how to make washes and stuff, and learn how to use a sponge, I'm addicted to that now.
That's awesome.
I mean,
come to think of it, I wanted to mention this earlier before we started recording, but I'm thinking that at the meetings, having a secondary table for not car stuff.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
So we'll see how it
That's
goes. We
cool.
can chat about that later. But
I do know that at my model club, the meetings, we do a show and tell table, and dude, we're a model car club, and I put the tank on at that table at the last meeting. People bring in ships, figures, whatever you're working on, put it on the table and talk about it.
see, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
I
awesome.
mean, I like that kind of stuff.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I'm branching out.
Yeah.
But what do you got planned for this upcoming year, Jason?
So
You said you're
like I
going to talk
said,
about something
I'm
earlier,
going to
but
slow myself down, improve my building skills, work a little bit more with the airbrush, work a little more on my engine detail. I want to up those games a little bit. As far as the YouTube channel, one thing that I tend to do is I'll get going on working on something, and I won't film any of it, right?
Mhm.
I won't talk about any of it. What I'll do is I'll be like, oh yeah, so I painted this and I started working on that. And then the next video is, here it is, it's done. I got to stop doing that. So I want to slow myself down in that aspect too, and show a little bit more of what I'm doing in between the beginning and the end.
That's cool.
I am not going to turn myself into a build channel. I'm not going to turn myself into a tutorial channel. I'm just going to talk a little bit more about like what I did to make the fat tires fit under the back of the Dart without cutting the chassis apart, that kind of stuff, right? And I'm going to, depending on when you guys are listening to this, you may already have seen it, you may not have. I'm going to kick off a video series, I guess you would say. Every Saturday night, I'm going to post a video. It's going to be the Saturday Night Stash Spotlight. And I'm going to concentrate on doing this every single week and posting the video at the same time every single week. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a kit out of the stash like that, like this. Oh,
Print
man,
it upside down like that.
mine was printed upside down too.
Rubber down.
I
Weird.
hate that when that
It's a
happens.
Rubber
65,
down.
right? I'm going to take a kit off out of the pile. I'm going to open it up, show everybody what is in the kit, and then talk about my ideas on how I would like to build that kit. And then talk about any aftermarket I might have for it or whatever. Just something that's steady. You know what I mean? Something like,
Yeah.
that every
that's a great
Saturday night
idea.
there's a
Give somebody
video.
inspiration, kind of.
Exactly. And
deal. Yeah.
I mean, I got 400 weeks worth of
Yeah,
stuff
that's
to
true.
talk about, right? So why not do it?
I don't think you'll ever run out.
Can I
Yeah,
make a
You keep
suggestion?
adding.
Exactly. You
Can I
can
make
make a suggestion. Yes.
I would make this is my suggestion. When you get done recording the video about whatever model you're talking about,
Yeah.
inside the box, make a red X. Because when you get to that 399th episode, you're like, have
Did I
I
talk
done
about
this one
this already?
already?
Yeah. eight years from now.
8 years from now.
Right, exactly.
My
That's
math is
good.
getting
Well,
so
it's like
good.
You're
my
getting mad. I was gonna say, dude, your math's getting so good.
It's like my Luka's Kits series that I've been doing for 7 years, and I just picked something, most of my vintage shit just to, show what these vintage kits were like was the whole purpose of those. I
Yeah.
discovered one time, oh shit, I did that one 3 years ago. So I got a double. I did a Johan kit. I want to say it was the 70 Oldsmobile. I had done it like 6 years ago, and then
Oh,
I
no
did it
kidding.
like a couple years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, that's a great idea. Put an X in there.
That is a good idea. And I'm also just realizing that I may be ripping you and Fred Henry off.
Nah, it don't matter.
It's
Have
like
fun.
this video
No,
that
you're
I'm
not.
talking about doing is a cross between Lucas Kits and the freaking
the
You
bench
ain't
bench
racing.
ripping
racing
nobody off.
stuff.
Just have fun when you're doing it, man. Just
Yeah.
just do
Kind
you.
of.
I think
Not
you'll be
really,
okay.
dude. I mean, when you mentioned it, I mean, I've seen a lot of people do videos, and I've done videos where, I'll pull out the kit and I talk about what I want to do with it, and
Yeah.
I'll jam tires up underneath it.
Right.
I think like what you're talking about doing it's yours though. You're doing it. You're going to do it different than anybody else.
Yeah.
So it's not really. I wouldn't worry about. Oh, geez, this guy does it, that guy does it. Who cares, man? I think it's genuine to you because you're taking something out of your stash and talking about your dreams, why you got this kit. Because I think that maybe or maybe not this spawned kind of this idea, or maybe this kind of put the seed in your head. But you remember back, we were on Discord and Rob Riv was, doing what he does, giving you shit.
Yeah.
And he started busting our balls about why we had so many of the same kit sometimes.
Yes.
And he didn't understand why we have all these.
Yeah.
And you really hit it on the head. It was the thing is like every kit that you got, you do have a purpose for it. You have a reason for it. You had an idea. That's why you bought it.
Yep.
And I think you doing that series is going to kind of reflect on that. Exactly.
Yes.
And it kind of explains why do we get these kits. That's like a part of the fun of the hobby is you get an idea. It's like I was so stoked out when Modeler, got me this. When they announced this kit, I have wanted to do a 64 Pro Street Malibu for 30 years, but that's always was a hard kit to get. And now I got one, and hopefully one day I'll do it. It's just like there's a reason why I have that kit now.
Right. Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think it's very cool. I think you're going to put your own spin on it.
I hope to.
Totally
Yeah,
yours.
well,
You're not
everybody does buy a
rubbing
kit.
into and
Everybody buys a kit with an intention and a vision in their head.
exactly.
Like that closet that I got on the outside of this room that's full of my like Tamiyas and Aoshimas.
Yeah.
You know how many of those kits got photo etch stuff that I bought extra and I just stuck it in the box?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lots of those kits.
Well, what about that kit I sold you and it had a separate set of tires in it?
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
And you're like, did you want these? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I
exactly
spoke
what
to
we
it.
do.
I spoke a little bit to it in the review. I have already recorded the video. It's set to post tomorrow, and I spoke a little bit to
I'm
like
looking
that
forward to
same
it.
thing that Chuck is talking about. When I buy a kit, it's because oh wow, I see it and I'm like, oh, I have a really good idea. That would be cool.
Mhm.
It not from so there's guys out there and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't have 5 of the same kit. I don't. I almost have no doubles actually.
That'll change.
Everything I buy, I have an idea for. I don't look at
Right.
the 2010 Revell Camaro and go, you know what? I need 6 of those. I just don't. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think anybody
but
looks at the Revell 2010.
well, that was an example, and it's sitting right here. That's why I just. But I'm just saying, and I got no problem with the guy that has 10 Dodge Dusters or 10 32 Ford sedans. I don't. That's his hobby. That's fine.
Or 9 Corvair kits.
Or 9 Corvair kits. Yes.
Yeah, Dusters would be Marty.
Or 200 monogram NASCAR Thunderbirds.
Right.
Right.
But in my defense, in the world of Corvairs, if you want to build one Corvair, you need 8 other ones for parts.
This is true.
I'm just living. That's just the right way real world works on that kind of.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see that video I did? It's got the Corvair trike.
No.
Oh,
Where's that?
That's
Just
cool.
Not that long ago. It's got a Corvair.
No, that was just
trike.
what.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out.
No, that was. I thought that was more recent than that.
No, it was like last video or the video before.
Yeah, it was within a couple videos.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I
that
must
thing
have been out
is
of
cool.
town then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were actually.
This last year has been every other weekend I'm out of town.
I bought it at Bernie's.
That's another thing that I didn't.
I
talk
saw that
about.
one there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I went to 5 shows last year.
Shit.
Oh, wow.
That's damn.
Yeah, I attended
More than
5
me.
shows last year, and I already know I'm going to attend 5 this coming year.
Right.
Right?
Well, we got 2 here in our hometown coming up, like
Real
Lickety
soon.
Splat, real
Yeah.
soon.
If I didn't have to cancel going to NNL East, I would have added a show.
Right.
But Ideally, I'd like to do that. I'd like to add on shows and not just be like, oh, I go
Yeah.
to 5 shows. That's my regular 5 shows I go to.
Yeah.
I'd like to, keep stacking them on if I could. It would be fantastic.
But
Yeah, I
going to
can't wait
shows
to
is
Vegas.
fun.
Going to shows is awesome.
It's so much fun. We had so much fun at NNL West.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to Vegas. Too bad Brian ain't going there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sit that one out, I think. So
That's a fun show.
I'll
I
send
like
you
that
up there
show.
with some cash in a list, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I'll load the van up again.
Right. So something Jason had mentioned back in the earlier part of the program, like if you have a hard time curbing your spending when it comes to model kits at shows, take the smallest car in the family. That'll help keep you honest.
You know what? It didn't help.
There you
It
go.
didn't help Jason.
Nope. Sure didn't.
The airbags could have gone off
They
in
were
that thing and
taken
nobody
to
would
the
have
roof.
noticed.
Exactly.
Maybe I should take my motorcycle up there.
That
Yeah,
might
there-
work. That might work.
Take
Well,
the
hold on.
motorcycle. Take the
Just
Just have
motorcycle.
bring it back.
saddlebags.
Yeah, just
And
leave the
some-
saddlebags home.
Yeah, take the saddlebags, but take 1 gallon Ziploc bags so you can just pour model kits into that and then recycle the boxes. Okay, so Matt, would you like to reflect on 2024 and give us a premonition of 2025?
How many kits did you build, Matt?
I like that.
Thank you. I got that from the Batman
I built
animated
one.
series.
I started a lot. I
Oh, you're breaking up bad, bud.
finished one model.
You did
Finish
finish.
one more.
Did finish
But it-
one model.
Did I just break up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's broke up.
Did I just break up?
But it
You
was
did.
bitching.
Yeah, that's been
Yeah.
happening a lot. I'm
Like,
hoping it's not.
You're like,
fucking-
well, and then we heard one model. I'm like, that's pretty close.
Let's see how it rolls.
That's weird because I
It's
could
been
have
doing
sworn
that
I
a lot.
heard. I
Hopefully
could have
it's
sworn I heard.
fucking up the
I
mind.
am turning into a robot.
So Matt's answer should be, I did one, but it's really good quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It took
Best
me
one
one
yet.
whole year to
Well,
build.
All right. So, well, I started a lot of kits, but I completed one, and it's
Right there.
an airplane.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
What
For
is
the
it?
turkey shoot.
It's a plane.
It is that Corsair for the turkey shoot. That Tamiya Corsair.
Awesome.
That's it. An airplane.
No,
That's
you
what I
finished-
finished
you-
this year. I
you
started a
finished
whole
your-
bunch of stuff, but
Porsche, didn't you? Well, really
nope,
close.
didn't get the Porsche done.
Well,
Didn't get the Porsche done.
What about the Ford? The
Which one?
F100.
Oh, I didn't get that done. The last year's USAC didn't get it done. I didn't complete anything last year but that airplane. And it's just like, I don't know. I just had a lot going on, a lot of ideas. I'm not putting enough time for myself at the bench, and I'm working on been trying to get a lot of stuff going for my resin casting business, and there's been a lot of things like that. And it really takes a lot and trying to do videos and everything,
mhm.
and the editing that I do.
I mean, that's where you need to put your
So that's
priority, right?
really what I've been. Well, my priority has been the channel and this, I think, like, I'm in agreement. Everybody's saying it. This podcast has been really great. I think we've brought a really cool thing to the community. I think we've reached up to other communities in the hobby, like getting close with the guys from the Insanity Podcast, Modeling Insanity Podcast. It's just so fun doing the back and forths and the times we've all been on each other's shows. And that was something that I remember when we first started this, that, the thought of getting in cahoots with others like that. I didn't know how that would roll. And it's been fun, and it just created new friendships. And with that, we've gotten more listeners. I know we brought a lot of car modelers to start listening to them, and it's been fun hearing people kind of know who they are that are in our world. And it's nice bringing the hobby of modeling together. We
It
are
is.
car centric, and that's what we concentrate on here. But I love how, and I really saw this year, I saw a real brotherhood, a union of modelers happen this year.
Can I interrupt just for a second?
Oh, go ahead.
Just for a second.
No, do it, dude.
Before I lose my thought process, you talking about the uniting the modeling brotherhood, right? We, because of us, and I shouldn't say we should take full credit for this. Because of us, the Scale Model Outlaw, Mikey, has become so close to the Insanity guys that they refer to him on a first name basis on their recordings. Like, you listen to their podcast, and if they talk about Mikey, that's him. That's a model car guy that has become so close of friends.
He got so embedded with
those guys who don't build cars hardly at all. I mean, Justin does a little bit, and I think was it Justin the
Rob Adams? He's done.
Rob Adams built a car. That's right. But I'm just saying,
Rob Adams.
You've got a guy that's solely a car modeler is in their group, and that is because of us. And I'm taking
not just in their group, but also shows up on their live casts and comments and hangs out. Rob Riv and Justin Ryan were on there last night.
I was gonna say, in return on their live cast, Rob
and I'm so fun. I missed it last night.
Rob Riv was commenting on that.
Yep.
You're kidding me. Oh man, I got into something with Felix. I promised Felix something, and I went, oh, I missed it. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
See, I love how the new friends we made, and I really think us doing this podcast, like you're saying, just to top off what you said, that has been something. The growth of this podcast and what we've all been doing on our individual channels. I think we've done so much for the hobby. I just seen a lot of really more friends being made and more uniting and all that, and more positivity. Even Justin Ryan, who a few times I thought he was going to get burned at the stake a few times, but
yeah, right. Yeah.
But everybody started realizing, no, he had a lot to offer to the community if you just open up your mind, and the dude is extremely helpful and loves helping people out. You go to him and he helps out. And then and having those guys getting involved, and we're getting involved in their things, and that's been the really cool thing I saw in 24, and I'd like to continue on in 25. And really one thing that I've always wanted to do, my whole focus on all these things that I've done and then done with you guys, is I really want to, bring something and help out people who really want to go farther in the hobby. They want to go to shows. They want to win awards. And it's not an ego thing I'm trying to create. It's just people who want to get that. There's a lot of people that want to get better. They want to go beyond using hardware store paint. They want to find out what it's about to go farther. Those are the guys that I like to focus on and help propel their hobby for them to enjoy it more, because that's what I did. I gravitated to guys that were like the winners at Salt Lake. There was a few of them in my club back when I joined back in the late 80s, and I would just go, guys, tell me everything I'm doing and what do I need to do things right. And now we're kind of in that position to help people do that. And that's something I really focus on a lot for 25. Just expanding the hobby, helping out, be there for people, be helpful, grow the hobby in the sense of getting, getting more people to the shows, getting more people to meet other people. It's kind of used to be an introvert hobby, and it's really not anymore. It's very extrovert. Look at all the YouTubers and all that stuff. I suppose you can.
One thing on your little part here.
Yes.
So for 2025, looking at it as a glass half full for Matt, he's ahead of us right now, guys. And this is why. Because think about it. Matt has like from last year, he's got like 10 models started probably or something. So he's like 10 models like ahead of us right now. So if he just finishes these models, he already has like 10 in the bag for 2025.
He just has to glue on a bumper here and put on a windshield there. He's done. It's like,
see
hey,
what I'm saying? This is the glass half full. So
there we go.
Technically, Matt could actually kick our ass next year.
Good way to look at that.
I think that's my goal. I'll tell you. Moving on to
if you want to go the Pollyanna route, right? Let's say you didn't finish a whole bunch of models last year. You focused all of your attention and time on getting your business back up and running.
Yeah,
that is the important thing.
No, he was in 2024. He was focusing on. He's even smarter than that. He was focusing on 2025. He was like, screw 2024. 2025, right. I'm going to smoke everybody.
2024 was a restructuring year. We're regrouping, and we're going to advance out of the gate with a dead trot. So.
He thinks of models like the stock market.
There you go.
Yeah. Projections. In 2025, I project I'll do 10 models. I'm going to start those right now.
Fantastic.
Every one of his models is just missing the side mirrors or a bumper, like you said. Yeah. So all he's doing, first month he's got 10 models done.
He's just like dun 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 dun.
You know,
comes to the next month.
All kidding aside, Matt, I for one could care less that you didn't build anything last year because
you did a plane.
Well, okay. I for one could care less if you built one model kit last year. Because you guys, I have to be, what am I? I don't know what you call it, but I'm the voice of reason here. Without Matt, this podcast wouldn't be where it is.
No, I mean, that's true,
right? And I just want Matt to know that I appreciate what you do, dude. Because
Matt,
we sit here,
a lot of work,
we have a good time for 3 hours, we laugh, we joke. And then we're like, okay, is it loaded? Yep. See ya. And then Matt has another 6 hours of like getting ready to go and posting it.
Yeah.
You know,
is it uploaded? Is it good? All right, bye. And then Matt goes, great. Now it's time to go to work.
And Brian does a lot of the scheduling stuff.
Yeah,
so that's
dude.
It's
like, Chuck, no offense. You and I, we kind of think about that. We're just like showing up, having fun, and leaving.
But if you think about it, I mean, we're not home for like 10 hours of the day a lot, you know. So we're gone a lot. I mean, so these guys do carry the weight of the podcast on their shoulders. And we appreciate that. That's what me and Jason are trying to say. We appreciate the fact that you guys work so hard to let us kick back.
Thank you.
Exactly. Right?
Wait,
my feet are up as we speak, actually.
But I think we need a raise. We need a renegotiation in the contracts.
As far as that goes, it's tough. Like, and and trust me, I don't complain because I got a good life. But it is tough doing this kind of extra stuff when you taking care of grandkids and you're working and your everyday stuff.
Yeah.
It gets tough. And I'm not saying none of you guys, I'm not saying you guys don't have that, but what I'm saying is it's hard to do it when you're gone out of the household for.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was going to say, Chuck, how many times have we had to got together on, in our little texting group and said, hey, can we record on this day? And I'm like, nope, can't do it because I'm on call for work or something stupid like that, So it's, it is tough to when you work a full-time job.
It's gotten a lot easier since Chuck was able to find somebody to cover him at the drive-thru for the Whataburger downstairs.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And you guys got to forget, I have a second job. I work at Whataburger. I live above a Whataburger. I'm a fry cook. I'm like SpongeBob.
Exactly.
I think that's what they call me over there.
Sponge Chuck.
That's amazing. Chuck. Oh, that might be the highlight. That might be the highlight of 2024. That I actually freaking thought you lived above a waterfall.
Oh God!
Awesome.
I'm gonna move into
That's
the
funny.
upstairs apartment over the Del Taco. I mean, that was
Oh gosh, that's
Oh.
funny.
oh
Oh, really?
Big-
Del Taco, not Taco Bell.
no. Ever since Incharito died, they've been dead to me. So, um,
I gotta tell you,
I went through
I'm
Del
with you
Taco
on that
last
one,
weekend. I just gotta share this because I'm old now. I guess I'm officially old now because I went through Del Taco last weekend, and I got the senior discount, and I was in the car.
Are you serious?
And I placed my order through the Squawk box,
Really?
and I pulled up, and I'm like, they told me the order, the amount. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Oh, we gave you a senior discount.
How old do
how
you
did
got
they
to be
play
to get a senior discount for real?
100? But I'm like, how? I'm like, how did you what through the box? How did they order in a way that made you think I'm gonna? Yeah, I'd like the ice and the soda
Oh.
and the
I
Marge.
gotta try that.
Yeah. So
Oh, God.
I probably said, what button do I push
I'm
here?
jealous. I want a senior discount.
Do the thing.
What? How old do you got to be? 55?
Yeah.
Isn't it 55?
I think it's
Right.
55 or 56.
But I'm like,
I don't know.
I'm in the car. How do they know how old
Were
I
you
am?
by
looking at me?
yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I was in
Wow.
the car with a bunch of cheerleaders. Yeah.
Well, I
was
was
by
just
myself.
wondering if you pulled up and you were like, I don't know if they can hear me, Linda.
Yeah.
Can they hear me in that thing?
What do you want? What do you want? What? Let me put the window down first.
Jesus.
What do you want? All right. So sorry
my
to
goodness.
digress, but you guys are making it a little too
A little
weird
too
there with
serious,
all the
too
feelings.
serious, a little too sappy.
A
So
little
what
too
are your
sappy.
plans? What are your plans for this coming year, this 2025, Matt?
Yeah.
My plan is to be a better person and
All right,
cut the
getting
carbs
deep in here.
out.
Holy cow!
No sugar.
It's the 10th.
No,
Already over with.
my plans. I want to finish some car models for crying out loud, but I've got a particular model. I've kind of talked about it that I want to do. That is I don't know if any of you guys know, but I might have said it to you. I'm going to be making a video on this, so I'm not going to really give it away. But there is a model builder who's no longer with us. It's from way back in the days, and he was one of the guys that were just a groundbreaker in the 80s. And he did a particular model that I actually did get to kind of be personally close to that model. And this model was a huge influence in my building back in 1988 when it went up to Salt Lake and got noticed and all that. So I want to build a tribute model of this model. And it's the way he built it. If that model exists somewhere today, it could be put on at any of the major shows and still bring it in. He was so ahead of his time. And so
That's
I want
saying
to
a
build
lot.
this model. What's that?
That's actually saying a lot.
I want. Yeah,
because technology has changed so much.
With what was going on back then. And there was pretty good aftermarket in the late 80s. We were doing okay. This guy was kind of like the guy who really drove that. And this model, it was the engineering of it was amazing. And it was out of the box, sort of, but not really, not out of the box. It was detailed, but I mean, it was kind of an available kit. It's actually easier to build today. My goal is to build this model. And for the people who have been around in the hobby for a long time, I want to take it to Acme this year. It's a drag car, so it'll fit in our theme. And I want to put it on the table, and I want people to think it's that model. That's kind of my goal with it. And it's going to honor this guy, and I'm going to do a cool video about it. But this is like, I don't know, this is like, it popped in my head maybe like 6-7 months ago. to do this for some reason, because I got the hankering to do this particular type of race car. And I was just, that car meant so much, that model, every time I see it, it brings up some really great memories, and it was really cool. So I'm going to, it's the model that one thing that Chuck, you remember when you saw, and I did finally a video because I broke it out and you were flipped out on it, that Willie's gasser that had the Heim joints from the train handrail stanchions.
I remember that one.
This is where that came from, with this guy, that model. He did it in that, and I was like, I remember when I saw that, he was like, oh, they're handrail stanchions for HO trains. Oh.
Yeah, when I came over there and I seen that Willie's that day, I was kind of like, Matt, why aren't you doing this shit, dude? You can be like,
I know, it's
jeez.
One little thing. There was one little thing off on that, and it just ruins it for me. That's probably the biggest thing that kills, and I want to get over this. Something will go wrong with a model, a tiny little thing, and I'm done with the model. It's not that. Perfect, and I don't know why I get like that.
And here's the thing:
it'll work out. I could get it together.
I've seen you put a model on the table like that Camaro, like the perfect paint job. I'm like, okay, well, I know there's a perfect paint job. Then you got that Willys that it's got perfect suspension and stuff like that, and I'm like, dude, put it all together, man, and finish it.
I know. It's like, gosh, it's funny, and that's when I started doing my Luka's Unbuild series, and all those models that we just talked about were all in there. That's why I did that series. I was trying to put a boot in my own ass, trying to get these models done finally, and I really do. That's another thing, is I want to take, like that black Camaro. I'd love to get it done this year. I'd love to get that my little red Porsche. I got to get that done this year because I love that model. The one that already it was my Porsche for the past 2 Porsche builds, your Porsche build. And I don't want to be building it at the next one if we do another Porsche build.
Porsche.
There
you know what? I've been saying
it.
Porsche a lot.
You have.
You've been saying Porsche, and I gotta say,
I've been
Porsche,
trying to do that for Matt, dude.
I was gonna say, are you doing it because you're trying to rub it in that he can't?
No, I mean, I just been doing it.
I have been beating on him and correcting him.
I've been saying it wrong all year long. All year long, I've been saying Ferrari by mistake.
Yeah.
And another thing we got to do for this podcast, as we were talking about, is get a yearly build figured out that we'd like to do. I want to do that in the future too.
I think we discuss that in the next podcast.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, there you go. But you know what? Not to interrupt Matt, but you know what? I think we should work for. We talked about this a little bit. Getting together at a show.
Yes.
The 4 of us.
Yes, and if we could get together at a show and do the podcast from the show, obviously we will not be using Matt's technical equipment because look at that. No. But
no,
we're gonna need somebody from the AV club.
That'd be cool.
Matt, do you need somebody from your AV club to come up there and help you out?
Or can hand those out.
Each one hand one of those out.
What's that? What is that thing?
Yep.
Yeah,
I dropped it.
It's a poker chip. You might have heard of them, Jason. I know you haven't seen one yet.
They're on the way.
They're on the way. Yeah. Nice.
You're going to have them for your next show, definitely.
Not yet.
Not yet.
For me, 2024 has been a hell of a year because we did a lot of travel. We got to go see Jason and Heather. I did not drop a beer in his house this time, but him and his friend Tim put on a little model car show for us at his house, which was really fun to check out. We went over every single model there, which was a lot of fun.
That was fun. Oh, that's right. I fell in the river. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. No, Linda talked you into stepping into a deep part of the river.
That's right.
And he did it. And I was like, I should have. It's like I should have warned you about Linda. She'll be like, "Go do the thing," and then sit back with a thing of popcorn and watch the fallout.
Yeah, she's like, "Go do the thing; it'll be fine. Trust me."
Yeah, it doesn't look that deep over there. I just saw a duck crossing. He's only got legs this long, you know. So I was prepared for this portion of the video.
Oh, nice.
I saved my box tops for the year.
Oh, nice idea.
So
that's a good idea.
I figured I probably only did like 5 models this year, right? No. I've done, let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 models this year.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's great.
You really did get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop, didn't you?
Brunch?
You did.
So, favorite egg planes. Love doing those. Those are fun. We participated in the Mustang group build with the 65 2+2 Mustang from Monogram.
That turned out really nice.
Thank you.
That's one of my favorite builds. I really like that.
Finished off the USAC F100 pickup truck. Did Gundam just for fun. And then did a huge gun that goes with the Gundam, which is actually a pretty complicated little kit. And then this one, I'm really happy to have finished the Pro Street 70 Cornet.
Zombie.
Yeah,
oh my God. Yeah, I mean, the thing even looks like a zombie, right? Happy to have that one done.
That's
the Jimmy. Oh my God, the
Jimmy.
The Jimmy.
I started that one.
But I finished it. Some TIE fighters from Bandai. I got this from Marty, our club mate. A second Gundam, which was a lot of fun to actually weather and all that jazz. My Porsche tribute for the build, the 911. And here's the daddy of them all. Finished that Nissan GTR. And the client freaking loved it. As a matter of fact, I reached out to him on January 1st and wished him a happy new year, and he reciprocated in kind. And then he's like, "Hey, any thoughts on collabing again on another commission build?" And I'm like, "When the holidays slow down, let's talk. I'm up for it."
He's gonna want a GTO.
Troy. Yeah, Troy likes you, dude. Troy really likes you.
Troy is awesome. I wish he lived closer. I'd hang out with him.
I see him all the time at Andy. Yeah.
Our 48-hour group built Snap Together Toyota, which has been getting, dude, it's been 3 shows now. This has been invited for magazine photos.
Awesome.
Is that insane for a built in 48 hours and a Snap Tight kit?
That's awesome.
This is
no kidding, man.
Paratrooper kit we did from Glencoe Models. That was a birthday gift from a good friend of mine. And the M1 Abrams from my brother, we just finished recently. And then the Curtis Midget Racer, which is sitting right there. I have to do a final video on that. But yeah, I mean,
which I'm going to need pictures of.
Yeah, when you see the pictures that
I'm going to start offering those wheels and tires that I made for you.
Oh,
because just for that simple fact that you said that it counterbalances the trailer.
Revell made that trailer the post that holds the tires in place.
Yeah,
they made that the exact right height to have a large and small tire stacked on top of each other, and the post goes right through there and actually plugs into the receiving hole on the tongue of the trailer without having to modify anything. I mean, that's how well designed it.
Awesome.
It's almost like Revell was like, we can't put in those extra tires for spares, but maybe somebody will resin cast them someday, so you're good, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But they're the perfect counterbalance.
There you go. I know the guy.
You know the guy.
You know the guy.
You know the guy.
Yep. I had mentioned it to a couple other people, and they go, "Those would be cool." And the fact that it's actually something because of being heavy resin that it's actually counter.
Oh,
when you said it counterbalanced and
the Slayer tee, I forgot about that.
Beautiful.
The Slayer tee finished that off too.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Sick.
So whatever I said before, +1. So yeah, it's been a heck of a
15.
year. 15. It's been a heck of a
15.
year.
He's so good with math.
Well, actually 16 if you count the Mandalorian that I painted up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That came out really good too.
That came
That's
out
another
really
one that
good.
came from Robert Judson.
Yeah, Mr. Judson. Meet Robert Judson. Okay, so but yeah, it's been just crickets all around.
Yeah. Sorry. When you said that, I was still in my head. I was still saying Yutson. I love
Okay.
that. I'm gonna continue to. I'm gonna call him Robert Yutson
know.
from now on.
Yutson.
Leave off the
It's
T.
a soft J.
Leave off the T, so it's Robert.
Soft J. That wasn't my street name. That's actually what Heather calls me now. Soft J.
That was Robert's street name.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have the word handy in front of the word J. You're good. Let's see.
Oh, geez, no.
Don't make me break out the button again.
The button. Who's got the button?
Hey, that's something. I want to see that more in 2025. I want the wrong button.
The
Right.
wrong
I
button.
want the wrong button.
Well, knowing you,
votes.
you'd probably be the recipient of the wrong button quite a lot.
I don't
But,
care. I want it.
As far as 2025 is for me in the near and distant future, I would like to do more videos on my YouTube channel. There's a particular style of video I like doing that I haven't done much of, which is like a build. It's like almost like a build log. You know, it's like you start the kit. I usually like look at my watch, what time of day it was, whatever. Start the model, and then as I progress through the model, I just stop, film about 5 or 6 minutes of what I've done, where we've been going, what kind of road hurdles we had to cross over,
Yeah.
and then move on. And it ends up, you know, I might not get the whole thing done in a week, of course, but I get about 20 minutes of video, and then I'll post that, and then people are like, I like this long format video where you get to see the progression of the actual
Yeah,
model
you
all
haven't
through.
done that in a while.
I haven't done that in a long time. Matter of fact, I tried doing that with the Curtis Midget build, and just absolutely tanked because I hit so many roadblocks on that thing, and other things were getting in the way, and it was a thing. But I want to do more videos like that, and I find that, like what Chuck was talking about, where you and you too, Jason, slowing down your build so you can do them just a little bit better.
Yeah.
Doesn't warrant that kind of video so much.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're taking a lot of time crafting the model, you know, actually like just really going after the detail and stuff and making things better. That's not going to be an interesting video. I think might be a little on the dry side. So,
right.
Yeah, I would like to get back into that type of video making more
Nice.
in the future. But we're not going to be going to that many shows this year, so we just enjoyed the heck out of everyone we could go to last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how 2026 shakes out. But, you know, if we do any travel, it's going to be for family.
So
It's a rebuilding year.
2026. So you're doing what Matt did with 2024. He's going to kick ass in 2025. You're going to stock up all your models in 2025, and then you're going to bring like 100 of them in 2026 to the shows.
So I'm going to build everything without his bumpers. And then as soon as 12/01/2026 rolls around, I'm going to bring the rain.
When he goes to shows, he's gonna have double the models.
Yep.
Bring the rain.
I'll be like, I'm
Bring
here.
the rain.
Where's my 6-8 foot long tables for my builds?
Right.
Just a conveyor belt just going with models on them.
Yeah.
But no, that's basically it. But I have had an absolute kick-ass year working with you guys doing this.
Yeah,
this has been an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Sadly, Matt and I haven't done any Model Car Guys videos on the YouTubes because all of our work and effort is going into doing this.
Yes.
Which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
honestly, I feel this is
kind of morphed into.
Yeah, this is the natural evolution of what the Model Car Guys videos became.
Yeah.
So now it's the Model Car Guys videos +2.
Right. On the Spotify.
On the Spotify. So Model Car Guys videos plus use guys.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's been a heck of a year. Been
It
a
has
heck of a
been.
year.
It
Yeah.
has been.
It's been good.
I don't think I can pick any one
but
thing that was
PG.
the best. What's up?
This is the best show ever.
BG.
Yes.
PG.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So BG, what do you think? Do you think we should bring back the model car guys though? A couple of episodes, maybe.
Yeah. Definitely.
We got to at least we got to at least glide it into a good.
Hey, yeah,
Glide
yeah,
it
hey,
into
hey,
what?
This is a family show.
Glided
show.
into what? So
We-
I
we
was going to
should-
ask you.
We should
Brian.
mock these guys and do a model car girls and dress up in dresses.
What's with you and the
What do you-
dresses, dude?
Yeah,
do you think?
that's. Hold on.
That
Yeah,
was the last year's problem. This is this year's problem.
exactly. No, that's a hard pass. Thank you.
That would be
Yeah.
so funny, dude.
No,
Mock
would
these
not be.
guys.
That would not be.
Oh,
I wanted
Chuck.
to ask Brian, what's his favorite build from? What's your favorite build from last year?
Of mine,
Yes.
Yeah.
the Pro Street build, the 70 Super B Pro Street build.
Nice.
I poured a lot
Awesome.
of heart into that one.
My favorite build of yours
Yeah.
is the Jimmy.
The Jimmy. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I
that's definitely my favorite
love-
too.
That Jimmy.
I hope you get
Yeah,
to see it in
mine-
That
person
should,
sometime.
that should be a T-shirt.
I love your Jimmy.
Oh no!
Not
You're
you.
taking this. You're
That.
taking this
I
model
love-
car girls too far.
Oh my god! I tell you,
Oh.
I love your Jimmy. It's just awesome. It's got a nice patina. Like,
Exactly.
whoa!
Yeah.
That Jimmy is.
Wow.
The Jimmy's
I'm-
sweet, man.
It's good. It's probably my favorite too.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. It gets talked about a lot. It gets talked about a lot at
Yeah.
shows and stuff. So that's kind of sweet.
You're gonna bring it to the Model Zona, aren't you?
Probably not. Well, if I do, it'll be in the no, it'll be in display only. Because as head model car
Ah.
judge,
Oh.
I put it upon myself to not enter in the categories.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's a good
That's
boy.
just that's
Yep.
just how I roll. So,
That makes sense. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
but I am hoping to put something in the Gundam category. That might kind of fun.
Yeah. You know what's
That would be
exciting
cool.
about 2025 for me is our club show, the Classic Plastic show. We're adding a Gundam class this year.
Oh, good for you guys.
Excellent.
Good for
Yeah,
you
I don't
guys.
have time to build one.
You know
I
what? That's
would.
something else. Something else. This last year, 2024, was the first year that me and Mrs. BG actually started sponsoring award packages because we did one for Jason's group
Us too.
Yeah. Yeah.
and did one for Art Lasky's group. And
too.
Yeah.
we were talking about doing one for Vegas also. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, like that's fucking killer. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fun. That's really fun. Yeah.
Especially if you get the right podcast name on the
Listen, that guy. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That will be rectified this coming year.
Right
Trust
on.
me. Oh yeah.
Right on.
Oh
Excellent.
yeah.
All right. Well, anybody else have anything to add about the year in review or the future forecasting of headaches?
Best year ever.
Best year
Best
ever.
year ever.
Best year ever.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I tell you, Jason, why don't you go ahead and do your closing spiel?
Do my closing spiel. All right, guys.
Do it, Jason.
Okay. If you haven't, please consider giving us a 5-star review. It helps push the podcast. Also, please go check out the modelpodcast.com. That's a consortium website. You can find other great scale modeling podcasts. You'll find a podcast centered around whatever you enjoy building, from armor, planes, or cars to Gundams and figures. It's all on there, guys. Next, there's an email in the About section of the podcast. Please reach out to us with any questions, topic suggestions, even hate mail for Chuck. That's our favorite. Then we also have a Facebook that you can join. 3 simple questions. You answer those, you're in. You can share your pictures of what you guys are working on. You can also reach out to us there. And finally, there's a Discord that you guys can join. You'll find the link to that in the About section of that Facebook page.
Very good.
That is that.
Awesome.
That
let's
is
go-
that.
Let us go ahead and start the goodbyes. Matt, we'll start with you, sir.
Okay. Well, everyone, thank you. Starting off another year of the Scale Model Car Podcast. We are so happy to do it, and we are going to continue on. We're way past number 8, obviously.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And we will see you all in the next one. So this is me, Luka C. I haven't said that in a long time. Remember that from the early days there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
That's wow. What a flashback.
Who's next?
Chuck.
All right, guys. 2024 was a great year. 2025 is going to be a better year. I appreciate everybody that stuck with us, put up with us, had to listen to my crap.
Yeah.
You know how it is. It's Chuck from the Chuck's Hobby Spot. I'm out. I'm out.
Jason.
You're just out?
It's
Oh,
just out.
oh,
He's asleep almost.
he's asleep almost. All right, guys.
I think
Yeah.
so.
2024 was a great year. It was probably the best year yet. But
Ever.
I'm going to do everything I can do to top it in 2025. Thank you to all of you guys out there that connected with us, listened to us, helped make this year or last year the best one yet. I really appreciate it. And I'm also out.
I'm out of time. Bye, guys.
No.
All right. Well, this is BG saying thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your emails, posting the great content on the Facebook page. We all really enjoy looking at that and interacting with you over that. Yes, 2024 was a great year. I had high hopes and low expectations, so it all evened out just fine. And we want to say a special thank you to our
Excellent.
friends, Iceman Collections, BCG Resins by Reese, Scale Speed Garage, and Final Thoughts. Keep in mind, it's just a hobby, unlike tacos, which are a necessity. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye now.
Brian out.
Yeah,
BG
are you
out.
also out?
BG out.
I just started a new trend.
Are you out? You're out.
I'm out.
What
Oh,
is
I'm
that if you're
definitely
infatuated with tacos?
I'm going to drop my mic.
I'm so out, I'm going to get my coat.
All right. You guys ready?
Yep.
Born.
Yep.
Born. I was born ready. All right. Starting episode 32 in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to episode 32 of the Scale Model Car Podcast. This is your friendly bus driver, Mr. BG, along with our hosts, the man who can't stay behind the white line to save his life, Matt from the Luka C channel.
Yay!
Oh, that guy that keeps
It
missing.
took
his
a lot
class.
to get that out of me.
Yeah, it did. Okay. We're already okay. Starting over.
You okay?
He messed up my rhythm.
You messed up your rhythm?
He messed up my rhythm.
Your rhythm?
Yeah. Thanks, Scooby.
Gosh.
Ain't no oleum like a rust
so
oleum.
when you do that video series, always put it on Matt's page, on his Facebook page, every single time. Put a link to on there. Rust-Oleum video.
Yeah, it's because I want Justin Ryan to mail me a fucking pipe bomb. That's what I want. Because you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna mail me a fucking pipe bomb made out of a can of Rust-Oleum.
You know it.
I reached out to Joel and asked if I could do a Valentine's Day themed commercial. So we introduced to you the model kit Cupid. The Cupid who makes you fall in love with model kits.
That's beautiful.
Well, I want to hear
Wrong, but it's beautiful.
We'll see how it goes.
You'll hear it when the show comes out.
You bet you. Oh, you might want to clean it up a little bit and then send it to Joel, get approval.
Or you could live life dangerously and just post it.
Just get fired with the rest of us.
Right.
We will see. We will see.
Alrighty then. Shall we come back from the commercial? Okay.
I
Three.
guess.
3, 2, 1.